That's all I can say. Take it as a negative or a positive. Ah! I am Dan Day, by the way, and I am joined by my cousin, Vladimir Louison. I'm so glad to see you, Vlad. Oh my goodness. I've waited for this moment all week long. I gotta admit, all I can say is, ah! That's been my reaction for the past couple of days. Let's take it back now. Thursday, I'm out at Yeasty Brews in Lauderhill. Great brewery. Go say hi to Dan and Danielle. Not looking so great. About 3 minutes left on the clock. The Panthers. Come on. We're talking about Thursday. And then why do I doubt? A dude. No, we're not going to call him a man. We're going to call that dude a dude. This is a dude, bro. He's from St. Louis, from the Lou. He wears flip-flops year-round because he's transplanted himself here to South Florida. He's a dude, bro. Matthew Tkachuk. Clutch. 2 minutes left. He hits the puck so hard, it barely goes in. It hits the camera in the back of the net and flies out. I had to look at it like 3 times. Don't get me wrong. I was drinking some of those stouts at East.
So my vision was a little, but all of a sudden, why do I doubt? Why did I doubt? Was I wrong to doubt, Vlad? I think maybe the stouts got me a little bit. I should not doubt the Panthers at home.
You know what I love about you? You always start off with that positive.
I doubted. I should have known Matthew Clutch would come through.
I love how you like to talk about something that happened Thursday instead of what happened last
night. We're progressing. We're going to progress.
There's nothing to progress.
We're going to progress.
We're going to get into the Cats. It was a great win. I was there Thursday night. It was unbelievable. I got to give credit to the Panthers fans that showed up. They were there in their seats, waving the white towels.
How was Flo Rida?
Flo Rida was actually good. On my way.
Actually, I thought it would be good.
No. On my way.
Actually good.
Look, let me tell you this.
Mr. Positivity just like me.
Come on, man. Mr. Celsius. Clearly, it's been a long time since the Panthers been to Stanley Cup. So
never won a Stanley Cup Finals game before.
Right. So the NHL took over the arena, Dan. And usually our seats, Matt, who was producing the Heat Weekly earlier, we usually have our QAM seats, right?
Right.
Nah, they moved us.
Oh, yeah.
They moved
better
us.
Seats. You're on the ice. You're on against the glass, right?
Meh, no. We were against the walls, pause. But we were in the other side. They moved us to another section. Like, literally, Dan, you had to do parkour to move around.
That's the way I like to live my life.
I know. This would have been perfect for you. Like, I've never seen, 50-year-old men and 30-year-old women in nice outfits and suits doing parkour to get around to try to get to the press box to get some some soft drinks or coffee or anything like that. Yeah, it was like that. But man, the atmosphere was great, and I won't lie to you, when it was 2-1.
All right, let's walk through this real quick. I think listeners can also relate to us because I like to walk through what you and I were going through mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually at the time. So I'm over there at Yeasty Brews in Lauderhill, me and Dan, the owner, and his wife Danielle, watching the game. And I'm like, man, come on. And I'm holding on to hope, saying, it's not over. It's not over. Do I really believe myself? I shouldn't doubt myself, but I was going to. And then Matthew Clutch comes through with 2 minutes left. I'm hype. I'm crazy. Dan goes, if we're going 4 or 5 overtimes, you ain't going nowhere. I said, man, the beer is flowing. I'm having a good time. When it went to overtime, I'm not going to lie to you, Vlad, 100% confident the Cats were going to win. We don't lose in overtime. 7-0. I knew it. I said, man, look, I don't know how long this overtime is going to go, but we got this. Carter Verhaeghe knocks it through. Money, baby! And I'm off. Vlad, walk me through now. You're at the arena. There's about 4 minutes left in the regulation. What are you thinking? What are you going through? What's happening with you?
I think I just got to work.
You're in work mode.
Yeah, I did. Whatever. It's just work. Like how the Heat got work last night.
Oh. So when Matthew Tkachuk hits the goal, what did you do? Did you do one of these? Yes. Or did you just, okay.
No, everybody was excited.
I'd
you
be
know,
stoked.
everybody was stoked. Obviously, we're going to overtime. Now you're just not trying to figure out how many overtimes you might be going
Right. I don't
And
think it
then
was
the
a question.
penalty-
Tell
and
me
then-
this. Was it a question of we were going to win or how many overtimes?
to. No, it was a question how many overtimes we're
Yeah,
going to go.
because we knew we were going to win. You knew we were going to win, right?
I just knew we were going to go to overtimes.
I kind of
Dan,
expected
I love.
2
By the way, Dan,
overtimes.
I love how we starting this positive right now. When
Yeah,
you don't
because
want to talk about the Heat.
I
I really don't understand why we're not talking
no,
about
my
the Heat.
stomach is full. I'm about to crap everywhere.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's-
Because look, we're gonna preview Game 4 and the Panthers win. But I don't understand how we starting Saturday.
I'm high
afternoon.
right now, Vlad.
High off what?
Me. We're here for 4 hours. We got Sergey. He's actually being nice. Sergey's being nice on the
I
Twitch
love
and the
that.
YouTube.
I love that. By the way, guys, I literally just walked in, so this is not even like preview or anything. So Dan, he sets the tone.
Yeah, there was no preview.
That's why I'm like,
but then again,
I
we're
love how
family.
Dan is trying, like on the message boards, I'm like, I love how Dan is trying to talk Panthers right now when the Heat are down 3-1.
But like we're family, Vlad. Like I think of something on a Friday night and it goes to your brain immediately. So it's not a big deal. Okay. So we knew that they were going to win in overtime when it went to overtime.
We knew.
We just didn't know how many
Hold
overtimes.
on.
Man,
I
was
will
about to
be
put some
honest.
beers down.
I will be honest.
I was drunk.
I'll be honest though. That penalty that they got at the end
Oh
of the third
yeah,
period,
that was a weird
going
one.
into the
That was a
overtime,
weird one.
that was bad.
Yep.
But when they killed that penalty, it was like, all right, cool. Just one of these guys just got to come up with, show up and score. Because I felt bad. If they lost that game, obviously it would have been 3-0, and you've got to kind of figure that it would be over. But Sergey was playing out of his mind.
I
like
know.
Bob was really
The
keeping
rust
him in
is
the game.
gone, baby.
That was the other thing. I was like, hopefully that the rust, I mean, crap, 9 days off. Yeah, that momentum dies down. You're gonna get some rust, but it's a big one. Tonight they play Game 4, 8:30. Everybody show up, sunrise, and let's get another win so that we can at least guarantee another game in South Florida for a final.
So
because last night,
hey. So the
was
Panthers,
nasty.
The Panthers, we have a series, but there's something we do have to talk about, and we have not talked about it yet. We have not touched on it. You know what I'm gonna tell you? Luis Arias batting 400, baby.
Yo, stop doing the
Okay,
BS,
never
bro.
mind. I'm joking.
Dan, I'm serious. Stop with the BS.
That was one of the sleepiest NBA Finals games I have ever witnessed last night. The only other time I've
You're
been
frustrated right now.
The only other time I've been as bored.
Oh, so you were bored and frustrated.
I don't even think I was frustrated because you saw where it was going. The Lakers Celtics, when the Celtics won that championship
in 2008,
that Game 5 where the Lakers ho-hummed their way to a win and were like, we're bringing it back to LA, and everybody's like, they're gonna lose in LA and the Celtics are gonna win, and sure enough the Celtics did win. That game had nothing last night. Nothing. At least the game before that, you had Jokic.
No. Jokic and Murray.
And Murray doing something that's never been done in the NBA.
Right.
At least you could say, okay, at least I witnessed the first 30-point triple-double by teammates in a game. Last night, Jokic wasn't really good. Murray wasn't. Aaron Gordon was the story last night.
And Bruce Brown.
Oh, and hold tight. Next segment. If Max Strus and Gabe Vincent are listening, you ain't skating. You're going to get yours next. You're going to get yours next.
My boy's upset, man. Come on, Kuzma.
No, I mean, Vlad, you and I, you could put in a basket. You can give me 2 points. Maybe I'll be the offer. I'll take that offer. I cannot accept an offer from a starter. I can't do that. Much less 2 offers.
2 games of offers.
2 in an NBA Finals.
Dos minutos. Dos. Dear. 2. Yeah. 2 games. Offer.
You're not skating. You are not skating. Jimmy, you know what? Say what you want about Jimmy. I think he's played well. He had 28 last night. He's not scoring 56. I apologize for Jimmy in advance. Maybe not good.
Guys, just face it. They're just a better team.
For now.
They're the better team.
That game last night was uninspired. There was a couple of guys that were inspired last night. Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown. That was it. Everybody else was on a vacation of the mind. They were in South Beach. They were at Mint.
Wait,
They were at bed, even though
One
bed
guy
doesn't
that's
exist.
played
They were at
well.
the mansion. That
I
doesn't
will
exist
say
either.
this. I'm not knocking Bam for the effort and production that he's put up in this series.
Bam's been our best player. Go ahead. Please walk me down, Vlad. Walk me down.
They're the better team, guys. Look, Cinderella slipper was it's over. It was gonna happen sooner or later. The real 44-38 team was gonna show up. And you're going against a guy you're going against a duo right now. That's the best duo in the game right now.
Let me pile on real quick. Vlad, answer me this. I haven't gotten an answer. I've asked this past couple of days. Why in the hell do we have Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry guarding Nikola Jokic?
They're playing zone, right? And when you play zone, somebody's got to go down. But he's so strong, so skilled, so smart that putting Gabe Vincent, come on, man, he's farting on Gabe Vincent, man.
This is the thing. Oh, he's going to get his, so why put one of our better defenders on him? What? Far be it from me.
What other better defender you have other than Bam?
Bam.
All right, and he's destroying and he's abusing Bam.
So you just wave the white flag and put a 6 foot nothing on the best player in the league?
Well, it's their listen. It worked. It worked game 2 for a half.
No,
and then Denver figured it out.
It's about making shots. And I said this last night before the game. I said, if you get into the midway second quarter and they're throwing up haymakers and they're nasty looking, you're going to lose this game. And sure enough, I was working here last night and I started seeing the writing on the wall and I said, uh-oh. And sure enough, cliche, make or miss league. Man, they've been missing some easy shots.
And they've been, yes, the shots that they were hitting against the Milwaukee, the Knicks, and the Celtics.
Forgive me.
They're not making it against Denver. And it's listen, I
scoring under 100 points ain't going to do it in this league. Sorry.
No.
People say, oh, we're going to win 99-95.
No, there's no way you could score under 100 points in this league. And who led the league in scoring less than 100 points in the NBA this past season? Was the Heat. Heat had over maybe 13 games where they didn't score 100 points. So
they're
showing up.
Oh, but the defense, give the defense credit. The Nuggets went into the finals averaging 116 points a game. They haven't gotten close to that. But when you're scoring 95 points, who are you going to beat? How are you going to let Vanilla Ice get you? Seriously, Vlad? 94, 95 points? We got to calm down. Vlad, play this montage the week that was here in South Florida. I got to go.
Game 2 of the 2023 NBA Finals, trailing 1-0. The Miami Heat, white hot.
Welcome inside T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas for tonight's matchup. It's the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Vegas leads the series 1-0.
It's DC United in the black from right to left, Inter Miami in the pink from left to right. Javi Morales is in the technical area now, taking his seat for his first game as the interim head coach.
Edward Cabrera, it'll be his 13th start of the year, again coming off the win Friday night. Marlins are 7-5 when he starts.
And sometimes less is more, or sometimes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball is just right.
First playoff game in this building in over a week and a half. Denver in that royal blue with the red trim, golden letters and numbers. Miami Heat, white, hot.
Welcome inside FLA Live Arena here in Sunrise for tonight's matchup. It's Game 3 of the 2023 Stanley Cup Final. The Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas with a 2-0 lead.
Welcome to Game 4 of the 2023 NBA Finals. The Denver Nuggets, they lead your Miami Heat in this best-of-7 series, 2-1. Trying to change that on this night for you, Heat Nation. Murray to tie it. It's out. Heat win. Game 2 of the 2023 NBA Finals belongs to the Heat. Wow.
The horn sounds. That's it for this one. Vegas takes game 2. They lead the series 2-0. 7-2 the final score here tonight.
The Nuggets will take game 3 and take a 2-1 series lead. Final score, 109-94.
And there is your final whistle before the clock reaches 100 by 10 seconds. DC United will go back to the nation's capital with all 3 points in the back pocket, 2-1 over Inter Miami.
That'll do it. Nuggets win 108-95. The Heat will go to Denver to fight for a game 6.
You know, like I told the guys, the first thing I said, we're not celebrating. It's a good win. We've done our job, but we're not celebrating like we've done anything yet. We know we're going to have to go home and turn off the TV, the radio. Don't read the papers. Don't listen to everybody telling you how great you are, because we haven't done a damn thing yet. We have to win another game to be world champions.
0-2 pitch. Rings him up. Strike 3. It's a Marlins win. 6 in a row for the Marlins. Taking care of business against the Royals here, and they have swept 3 of the last 4 series.
Bennett up the near side, looks across for Hagee, high slot shot. He scores! Connor Verhage, the overtime winner here in Game 3. The Panthers take it 3-2 the final.
Hanging around. Connor Verhage flops a nut straight. Pay that man his money.
Vlad, let me finish the question before you answer. Has Michael Malone outcoached Eric Spoelstra? Or is it I asked you to let me finish.
No, there's nobody outcoaching.
You're not letting me finish.
No outcoaching Spo.
You're not letting me finish. It was a good question. Has Michael Malone outcoached Eric Spoelstra, or is there just that big of a gap between the Denver Nuggets?
There's a
and
bigger
the
gap.
Miami
Come on,
Heat?
bro. Why ask a question that you know the answer to?
Okay. I'm just asking. I mean,
I'm
Michael
just
Malone.
sorry.
I'll say this. Michael Malone's done a lot of things right, and you just heard him. We ain't won nothing yet. Only person all year long that has gone in playing the Heat and not taking them for granted. He has been the number one person. This team is going to be the fight of our lives. This. I don't care about percentages.
Denver's
I don't care
Miami.
about this. Yeah, they're the same thing. They're the West.
They're the West Coast
the
version
West,
of Miami.
Yeah, they are. And that it sucks for the Heat because they would have been better off against the Lakers. I mean, of course, the Lakers aren't as good as Denver. Nonetheless, they would have been better off with a media darling instead of someone that's exactly like them. Except,
Right. It's a battle.
Let's be honest. Okay, look, I'm not anti-Heat culture. Talent-wise, Denver's the better team. Milwaukee was the better team. The Knicks weren't the better team. The Celtics were the better team, talent-wise. Denver, though, is the better team. And their coach has done a lot of right things. I'll give him credit. From the get-go, we're not taking this team for granted. It's going to be the fight of our lives. Don't you dare disrespect them, even though they're an 8 seed. They're not an 8 seed. Michael Malone went in with a good game plan. He's gotten 3 wins out of it. We got to score more than 100 points. Let's run through these headlines real quick, Vlad. Get everybody caught up. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. I don't know.
What do you mean? The headlines. Heat lost last night. They're down 3-1. Game 5 Monday. You can listen to it on 560 WQAM starting at 7 p.m.
You got the Panthers. They're going to play in the Golden Knights. Chance to tie the series at 2. Puck drops at 8. You can hear it here on 560 WQAM. Inter Miami. Phil Neville.
Oh.
He's got a new job. He's Canada's assistant coach for their national team. They're facing the New England Revolution. That is going to be at 7:30. The Belmont Stakes going to be happening today.
Up in New York.
Yes, indeed. They reopened because of the forest fires and everything. They're going to be reopening. You got a big race today. Novak Djokovic just made a joke out of Carlos Alcaraz, the world's #1 the other day.
He caught cramps. He cramped.
Yeah. Was there any question, though? And Iga Swiatek, if she hasn't won already, she's about to win the French Open.
She won.
She won. I mean, she's been putting up bagels, as they say. She doesn't like that. So,
yeah, breaking news. She won back-to-back French Open titles.
No doubt. She has been just dominant. Absolutely dominant throughout. So, okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm on one right now. I am not happy. Not happy with some of the production from the starters on the Heat. And I can't let them skate. Vlad, you're going to have to reel me in next segment because we're going to talk about speaking of bagels, the big bagel that was put up last night and the almost bagel that was put up by someone else. Start reeling me in. This commercial break, you might want to reel me in a little more.
All right.
All right, let me go. Well, I mean, we'll see.
Either or.
You can't skate. You do bad, you do good. You got to pay the consequences either way. We're going to talk about that. Bagels next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
Hey, want to see the ugly mugs that go along with our
You just don't know what you do to me.
Give me all the chicken heads from Pasadena to Medina. Bet big, get in between you, then see the prognosis.
Miami Heat did not play big last night.
That's what you did there.
My biggest thing is this, not so much that the Heat lost. Win or lose, ride or die. They were uninspired last night. That was uninspired basketball. Not at one point did I say, ooh, this team's got a fire in their belly. They're going out there and they are going to be taking it to the Nuggets. Win or lose, they are going down, throwing punches. There was points in the game where I was like, just call a timeout and tell them they're not playing. It was frustrating. It was upsetting. It was just tough. And I don't think that was Denver playing that well. I think it was the Heat playing that poorly. Oh, and the worst of the worst. And, you know, I'm always a real positive guy. I'm still kind of stoked up on the Panthers. The Marlins, they did lose last night, but nonetheless, they were on a 6-game winning streak. Max Strus and Gabe Vincent need to be held accountable.
You're on them. You're on their heads.
I mean, you can't
Look,
give me
you're
a
on their
hard
neck.
time. If anybody's like, come on, Dan, you're being a little hard on them.
You're
Okay. Your two starters
Go ahead.
combined for 2 points last night. 2 points. Look at these paltry lines from Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. Both played 19 minutes. That shows you how effective they were. Gabe Vincent, 2 points, 1 assist. That's it. That's one of your That's your starting point guard, by the way. That's your starting point guard. Max Strus, might as well just give me a carbon copy of game 1. 0 points, but he gave you 5 rebounds. That's okay, though, right? Does that make you feel any better, Vlad?
No.
It makes me feel worse, almost. Kyle Lowry, at halftime?
He had what, 14 points?
At halftime, you're my dude.
Right.
13 points, a boost off the bench. You know Gabe Vincent ain't giving you anything. Finishes with
14 points?
13 points.
Oh, wait.
He lost a point in the second half. I mean, Kyle Lowry, good job in the first half. You don't skate.
Oh, my God. He had 13 and finished with 13? Jeez.
Yeah, he had 13 early in the second, too, by the
Oh,
way.
like dude, I was like, okay. Because as a matter of fact, he had a chance to cut that halftime lead from like maybe 4-2 or maybe 1. He missed the 3, but they played all right. They finished the second quarter strong. So I thought maybe the third quarter would have been the classic Heat run. No, man, that ain't happening.
No excuse. Not only as a starter in the NBA Finals to go over, but to do it for 2 games.
Yeah, 2 times in the series. There's only been 4 games, so you're 50% on shooting.
You're
going
50%
for
over. That's a terrible stat. Oh, and Gabe Vincent, you had a good postseason. No excuse to score 2 points as a starting
That's his
point guard.
first bad game in a long time, bro. But not a good time to have it.
Oh, by the way, both those guys, free agents, money year, money games in front of everybody.
So what, you gonna take away their money all of a sudden?
I'm not taking anybody's
all right,
money away.
I mean, they stacked up, they leveled up, and then now they've hit their plateau. Listen, guys, and ladies and gentlemen,
Please finish before I get on you.
this has been a magical ride.
Okay.
But Dan, every ride ends.
It's not over yet.
Bro, you're going to that, and it's gonna be a Rocky Mountain high on Monday. They are not, and I'm not talking about, the dispensaries that's legal out there. They're gonna celebrate.
Okay.
Do you want them to? I mean, low key, I kind of want them to celebrate in Miami. Better
I'm
clubs.
sure low key they want to celebrate in Miami.
Low-key, they want to celebrate in Miami as well.
Is Denver in that much control that they might just tank this next game so they can come back to South Beach and live it up at Live and
No, you know
Mint?
what's sad? They're probably gonna take the 2-hour flight. I don't know. I'm guessing. I'll check later. I think it's a 2.5 hour
Jokic
flight
does
to
look like-
Denver.
He does
to
look at
Vegas.
home here in Miami.
Oh, he's gonna have fun. But no, you're right. The supporting cast did not step up in game 4 in a game that everybody needed to step up. Yeah, you can't go over. You can't go a second game over, Dan.
Let me throw venom in every direction. Max Strus, Gabe Vincent. Okay. With 9 minutes left in the game, Nikola Jokic gets his fifth foul. and you see Jimmy just light up and start taking it to the rim, and you say, we're down by 10. There's 9 minutes left. Nikola Jokic on the ropes, sitting on the bench. Jimmy's got that fire. We got this. Watch out. And you could feel it. You could feel it. Nikola Jokic checks back in with 4 minutes left in the game.
And they only lost a point.
Only lost a point.
I don't know if you were listening to
that right there. It's over. If you didn't think it was over at that point, you were wrong.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Granted, I'm not an NBA player. Never will be, never was. How do you get a fifth foul, which was kind of a phantom call? Let's be fair. As much as the refs, they hate the Heat, they gave the Heat a lot of calls last night.
Scotty Foster looked like he was in white and red yesterday.
I'm telling you, there were some calls that the Heat got last night. So do not put this on the refs. I watched it as a nonpartisan bystander. The Heat got a lot of calls last night. Nikola Jokic goes out. 9 minutes left in the game. They're up by 10. And you say, we got them right where we want them. Nope. Comes back in with 4 minutes, 9-point lead still. You can't let them skate. You cannot let someone skate like that. What, Bruce Brown? How you gonna let Vanilla Ice get you, Vlad? I ask you all the time. Love him. He's a hurricane. The U for life. Aaron Gordon, the star of the game. Okay, let's talk about the vaunted, dynamic duo who everybody's ready to call the greatest dynamic duo since Magic and Jabbar, Larry Bird and Kevin McHale,
Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq and Kobe.
I see where you're going.
Steph and Clay.
Calm down.
Big time gamer. We're gonna get into this too. I got another. We got more venom. Man, I'm venom. Nikola Jokic, pedestrian for him. 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. What's the whole thing? Don't let him get his assists. Don't let anybody else get involved. Let him be the all. Okay, he got 4 assists last night. Jamal Murray, by the way.
Oh, Jamal Murray's getting 10 assists in every damn final game.
First player ever to go 4 finals in a row with more than 10 assists. 15 points, 12 assists, 3 rebounds. Still 15 points. You told me that those two guys combined for that. I'll tell you, the Heat are going to be okay. I didn't expect the Heat to score 95 points. Strus went over for the second game. Gabe Vincent gets 2 points. 2. These are starters, Vlad. These aren't guys coming in mop up minutes. Bruce Brown, 21 points. Tip of the cap to him, man. Balling, especially in the fourth quarter.
That fourth quarter, he was
nasty.
He was a handful.
Aaron Gordon, 27 points, 42 minutes, just throwing it down. Also guarding Jimmy pretty well. Jimmy, say what you want. He had 25 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. I think he's playing great. He's a little injured. He's a little
I don't know if
tired.
he's playing great. He's giving everything that he has, but it's the first time you've gone in a series where you feel like no matter what Jimmy does, he might not be able to match what their best player does on the other team.
Can I tell you another thing, Vlad? You know how they give an MVP at the end? Most valuable player? They should also give a most worthless player award. And right now, it is neck and neck between, you already know who I'm going to say for the Heat.
Choose.
And you know who I'm going to say for Denver. Michael Porter Jr. is absolute garbage. Basura. Wow.
Fata.
How can those two guys be the best player on the other team? I mean, Michael Porter Jr. might as well play for us. And Max Strus obviously is playing for the Denver Nuggets. They are terrible. At least Michael Porter Jr. got a dunk last night. I mean, I guess the sun shines on a dog's ass at least once a day.
Yep.
Michael Porter Jr., let's look at his numbers. Okay, if we're in Denver, we're definitely giving him a hard time because he is hot trash. Michael Porter Jr., what did he give you? Oh, he gave you 11 points. I apologize to Michael Porter Jr. Max Strus is running away.
No, Max Strus is running away. But here's the thing.
NWP award.
See, here's the thing, though. And this is the difference between the Nuggets and the Heat.
Please.
Murray and Jokic are going to give you their numbers. They're going to do what they're going to do. But
Jimmy and Bam have been good.
No, but they figured out every game that they've won, there's been one role player. Game 1 was Michael Porter Jr. Game 3 was Christian Brown. Game 4 was Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Bruce Brown was great.
Right. So
And, I
then
mean, Aaron Gordon was great.
and Aaron Gordon, but they're getting their stars are going to produce. They're going to get complimentary points from their role players like Aaron Gordon, KCP. But then there's always a guy off the bench. Even Jeff Green hit a critical 3.
Yeah,
Like
he was
they
good.
didn't look right when you said that fourth quarter. Right when Jokic got that 5th foul, you're thinking this is the time to make the run. They didn't look startled. They didn't look shook. They didn't look nothing. They were like, all right, cool. All right, bet.
Yeah, I thought Jokic was going to flip out, go to the bench, and everybody was going to be looking around. No, they're like, okay, we got this. We're fine.
By the way, Jokic needs to work on his celebrations, man.
Hey,
It looks slow. Like he looks like how even his celebratory
no one's gonna speed me up, baby.
pump fist. It's like
Okay.
slow. It's like how he plays.
Let me put this in perspective, which I don't think anybody else is going to do. Jimmy Butler, 45 minutes, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. We all agree he's our best player. He's our star. He's our leader. Aaron Gordon, 42 minutes, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Jimmy, you can't be outplayed by Aaron Gordon. Simply put, you're not going to win if the team's third best player outplays you. There's nothing else I can say. Nothing else you can say. Aaron Gordon, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists in 42 minutes.
And here's the other
Jimmy Butler, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists in 45 minutes.
But what Aaron is doing is that you notice that if it's KCP, Jamal Murray, anyone other than Aaron Gordon that guards Jimmy Butler, Jimmy destroys him. Like Jimmy's getting his shot. He's gonna get in the paint. He could pump fake him. He's gonna get what he wants. When Aaron Gordon guards him, nope.
You cannot have the team's third, maybe 4th best player, probably 3rd, outplay you.
Or play
Vlad,
just as good as you.
Vlad, no. You got outplayed by Aaron Gordon last night. You're the leader of this team.
Wow, so you're giving Jimmy. So Jimmy's not getting. You
don't get a pass.
You're not letting Jimmy skate by, huh?
You do not get a pass. And you've also been guarded very well by him, by the way.
No, he's played good.
And actually, I think
very good.
Aaron Gordon's one of those underrated guys, but at the same time, you kind of see some of these guys, they're good, but they're not really good. But then you see when they get someone like Nikola Jokic around that can get them the ball, they get a lot better. Same thing with DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, good, not really great. You get Chris Paul, a point guard that knows what he's doing.
Still not good.
Well, he's a lot better.
Yeah, but he's still not good.
Aaron Gordon has very much gotten a lot from playing with a guy like Nikola Jokic, but
he's not the star. He's a star in his role, as these coaches would love to say. He realized, when you're the number 2 pick, he was a top pick in the draft.
I know Arizona great, Wildcats,
right?
Trevor,
And then all of a
much.
sudden, he goes to Orlando. He wins he's competed in the slam dunk contest. He was robbed a couple of times. He thought he was supposed to be the main guy, number 1. Now he realized he's a very good role player on a championship contending team.
Recipe for disaster. Aaron Gordon, the best player in the game. That means you're probably going to lose. Bruce Brown, one of the best players in the game and the best player in the 4th quarter. Probably a recipe for disaster. Scoring 95 points. A recipe for disaster. Being down 3-1. Not good.
You could pull it, LeBron.
Max Strus going over 2 games. Not good. Gabe Vincent. 2 points. Better than over. Not good. Kyle Lowry, 13 points at halftime. Good. 13 points at the end of the game. Not good. Caleb Martin, he was the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals in my eyes.
Something's wrong with Caleb.
Something is wrong with him. I'll give him a pass on that one. And I know Max is taking it really hard. They had him post game, and he even admitted, he's like, you can tell I'm hurting right now. I'm dying. And I know it's hard on him. And I know no one wants to go out and be over. Then that 1-3 he shot that they've been showing on ESPN, where he's like off balance and it doesn't even touch the rim. Man. Tough times. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little more positive. We're going to dive more into this game 4 that happened last night, but we're going to get into what we liked, Vlad, over the past 24 hours in the sports world and the world in general next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. This is Sports Day 560 WQAM. You are a part of the show. Hit us up. I can't just yell and get mad at people going over and getting outplayed all day for the Heat and keep getting hyped up about the Panthers by myself. I got my cousin, Vladimir Lewis, on.
I understand why you're upset.
But of course,
he's 5 for 31 in the series.
Don't get me started, Vlad. Trying to have a good weekend. Oh, yeah, by the way, he's a free agent. This is a money year, by the way. Good job. 305-567-0560. Capital Paulie's been texting, and you can also call in if you want to keep it somewhat clean and get your emotions out. Of course, you can also join us on YouTube Live, the Twitch page, Odyssey app, and 560 WQAM. I got to calm down, Vlad. I'm on one today. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm on one today. Sometimes you're the one that's on one, Vlad. Sometimes I'm the one that's on one. I think you're kind of on one, but I'm
not on one. I'm good.
I'm
baby.
on one, man.
I'm good.
I'm
listen,
on one. I'm on one. But what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna do what we liked. Some of the stuff we liked over the sports world and the world in general. Maybe have a little more positivity in our lives. After Max Strus goes over, Gabe Vincent 2, Jimmy Butler get outplayed by Aaron Gordon. I mean, Bam, he played good. He got outplayed by Nikola Jokic. But I mean, Nikola Jokic outplays everybody, so that's not the end of the world. Heat fans, get over it. Stop hating on him. Stop saying he's a faker, he's a flopper, that he's a punk, that he wants to fight you, that he does all this. He's the best player in the league, and he's shown that. Get over it. Stop it now. You would love him on the Heat. He's not out of shape. He's in great shape. His team's good. Michael Malone pushed all the right buttons. Okay, we've done enough. Let's get into some of the stuff we like. Sometimes Stephen A. Smith is dead wrong. Sometimes Stephen A. Smith is dead right. And when it comes to 2 points, Stephen A. Smith, dead right.
What was your biggest takeaway from game 4?
Well, what a tremendous performance from Aaron Gordon. Had a game-high 27 points. He came to play tonight. Bruce Brown came off the bench. Big time 21 points. He came to play tonight. On the negative side, Max Strus. You're a starting guard. This is the second game in 4 games of the NBA Finals. You were scoreless. 0 for 4 shooting from the field. Gabe Vincent, 1 for 6. The starting backcourt for the Miami Heat had 2 points. And obviously they shot 8 of 25 from the three-point line, 32%. What did I tell you about that? They didn't get it done. It's over. On a night like tonight, I think it's all right to be disgusted. Yeah, we can celebrate Denver on Monday night. We can celebrate them all off season. I'm going to repeat what I said. The starting backcourt for the Miami Heat scored 2 points in an NBA Final. 2. Now, I don't care what anybody says. When you're sitting here in South Beach right down the road, when you're looking forward to a series that will extend to 6 or 7 games, could you give us more than 2 points for starting backcourt? That's really ridiculous. That's really ridiculous.
You know what? They're not good enough.
2 points?
They're not good enough.
2 points?
You can say it
how
all
many
you
years
want.
ago you retired?
Not good enough. Only one.
You can score 2 points.
I can get 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points.
Chapo, walk me down, man. Walk me down before I lose my mind.
What's going on, fellas?
Yo, Wody, where you at? Where you at, Wody? Where you at?
I'm at the crib. I'm in the undisclosed location at the moment, trying to recover.
I mean, you and Max Strus both at undisclosed locations, and Gabe Vincent with 2 points. Go ahead, man. Please help me out.
But look. It's a great run. The boys increased their value. Yeah. But I'm saying though, like we gotta look at history here. I'm not gonna be delusional. You feel me? Great run. By all means, it's not over till it's over. First of 4, but Max Strus looked depressed. Everybody's roasting him, rightfully so. He played like trash, but him, Caleb, Gabe, they all increased their value, regardless if they re-sign with the Heat or not. So that's good. But do you hear that sound in the distance, Dan Day?
What is that?
Do you hear what I hear?
What is that?
Cha-ching! It's Dame time, baby.
I know.
We got to do what we got to do. And then one more thing. You hear this? We can switch sports. You hear the other sound in the distance, Dan Day?
I hear Dalvin Cook. He's cooking.
Yeah, I'm hearing. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let's go Cats, man. Y'all boys.
Let me ask you a question. At the beginning of the series, if I told you Max Strus would go over for 2 games, and in 1 game Gabe Vincent would score 2 points, you'd call me delusional, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. After the performances they put on beforehand, yes, sir.
If I told you Aaron Gordon's going to outplay Jimmy Butler, you'd call me delusional, right?
Oh yeah, I can't. That hurts to watch. I ain't gonna lie. I can't stand Aaron Gordon.
Dan Day, what drugs are you on, right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe we need some right now, man. Chapo.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you just finish your day, 4 p.m. coming soon.
Hey, man,
You know what I mean?
Jensen's is right around the corner. Manny, get me
Let's
some
go.
beer
All right,
ready,
my
bro.
boy, man. Hey, let's go, Cat.
Chapo,
Have a good one, Chapo.
You know we love you right there. 305-567-0560. I ain't even getting to what I like right now. We're go. You know what I like? Salt Lake. Well, I don't like Salt Lake City because it's kind of a cleaner city, but I do like Smitty. He's out in Salt Lake City. Smitty, help me out, bro. Where you at, Wody?
Man, it is what it is. What happened last night, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, again, I agree with you. People, it's not over till it's over.
Right.
But come on, we weren't expecting even to be this far. No way. No one expected this. So I'm happy where we are. Let's see if it's not over until it's over, but it is what it is.
If there is a team that can come back, it is the Miami Heat because they basically had their backs against the wall the last fourth of the season and all these playoffs. So if there is a team that could possibly do it, it's the Heat, right?
Exactly, and that's where it's never over until it's over. I mean, look what the Panthers did with Boston.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Smitty, I got to tell you this too. Let's be positive. If Vlad and I,
Gotta be positive.
If Vlad and I were the starting backcourt last night, we'd have probably both gone over. So you look at
I'm
it.
scoring, B. I'm
Screwed.
scoring. I'm scoring.
So you're the Gabe Vincent of this duo?
I'm scoring 5 points at least.
You're the Gabe Vincent. I'm the Max Struess.
I'm scoring at least 6, okay?
There you go, Smitty. I'm scoring at least 5, man. Getting something.
Hey, Cats, you need to take care of business tonight.
That's a positive.
You must not lose tonight.
That's a positive.
And the refs, don't you dare call a foul or penalty again with less than a minute left. And Stanley Cup, come on, man.
Put those whistles in your pocket.
That was terrible.
It was bad, man. It was bad.
Thanks for the call, Smitty.
That's what I'm talking about, Smitty.
But here's the thing. And it was a bad call. But now we want the officials and the referees to put the whistles in their pocket. But if it was the other way around, if it happened to us, we would want them to blow it, right?
Right, exactly. So it's a bad call if you're a Cats fan. It's a penalty if you're a Vegas Knights fan. We'll dive into that next. We'll stay positive enough. Give me a second, Vlad. On the air, I need a second. I mean, off the air, I can go.
It really bothers you. Like, look, this is
okay.
You know what? Let's. All right,
you know what? I got something very positive to get into next. Okay?
You sure?
It's about bad ones. So but it's also about sports. So we're going to start off with something positive.
But let me ask you this.
And we're going to go down the wormhole.
All right, so we're going to go down this wormhole. But are you South Florida fans feeling like, okay, this unbelievable ride is almost about to end and it's not going to end the way they like it? Because remember, we asked the question last week. There's many outcomes that can happen here. It could be a Heat win, Panthers loss, Panthers win, Heat loss, both teams win, or both teams lose.
Right. And we already agreed that we're satisfied with one team winning a championship, a trophy.
But is the fear now of both teams not winning coming?
I mean, that was kind of the fear in the beginning.
But I'm just saying, right now,
8 seeds.
Right now, is the fear is the fear of this unbelievable 2-month journey is about to end, and it might not end with championship gold.
I'm not even seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just upset at how uninspired the Heat were last night. That's what's got me so upset. I can't even see the forest. It was uninspired, Vlad. And I'm glad I didn't pay. And God bless you if you paid $400, $500 for obstructive view tickets to go watch that mess of a game last night where no one except for Aaron Gordon. Go tell your grandkids. Oh yeah, I did go to the NBA Finals one game. Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown went off.
Did anybody go out after that game?
Yeah, nobody's going to Mama Tried or anything like that. Nobody's going to Blackbird Ordinary. No. No one's going to Wynwood to Gramps. But I mean, like, what do you tell your grandkids? Oh, yeah, I went to an NBA Finals one time. Oh, Grandpa, what happened? Oh, well, actually, Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown really went off. Huh? Positives next, here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
Breaking news from AM 560 Sports W.
Promise not to go over today with you until 4 o'clock on Sports Day 560 WQAM. Jump in 305-567-0560. That is a text. That is a call. You can also check us out on YouTube Live, Twitch page. Just look for 560 WQAM. Listen to us on 560 WQAM in South Florida and around the world on the Odyssey app. We're going to get back to that Heat game last night uninspired. Hopefully the Panthers will be inspired tonight, but want to cool down a little bit and talk about some good things. And you know, when I say good things, I mean bad ones. And if you know what I'm talking about, you already know. Bad ones are good. That means you're good. Last night, got off late, Heat game, working, went home.
What time? 1?
It was like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Was it a long post game? Pause.
Yeah. Long post game.
Actually, you know what? I'm not saying pause for this month. I'm gonna stop that.
Okay.
It's Pride Month.
Take a break. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I'm not
Happy Pride, by the way.
Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Don't want to get into former Marlins pitcher Anthony Bass. He got into something the other day.
Dumbass.
Why would you do that? I don't know.
Dumbass.
We're not getting into it right now. I 100% support the LGBTQ plus community, and I have a lot of friends. I've gone to many drag shows. That's, I'll go to a drag show. Vlad, you and I'll go to a drag brunch. Oh, we won't?
No, I won't.
Oh, we won't? Okay.
No, I won't.
I'll go.
But
okay, that's enough of that.
We do support
We
the
do-
community.
we-
But anyway,
absolutely,
so it was a long pause game. It was an extended post game last night.
Long night. Lots of not good. So I get home. My roommate Blake P and his friend Worth come in, and they don't even talk about the game. Like, there's nothing to talk about.
You could not talk about the game,
especially if you're a Heat lifer. It's just best to just not touch it. So he says, "Hey man, look, let's not watch ESPN anymore." And I watched for about 30, 45 minutes just to get a national perspective on the game. So you and I had something to talk about. I was hoping not to talk about Ofer that much, but oh, damn. Nonetheless, he said, look, there's this new HBO documentary about the National Women's Soccer League, about the team from Los Angeles called Angel City. So recently, Los Angeles was awarded a women's expansion team. And now this is not just any team now.
Dude, I know people that work for the team.
Okay, hell yeah.
Engineered the games, produced the games. It's
something.
It's lit. Like, it's really a packed house there. A lot of celebrities go there. Will Ferrell, our homegirl Joy Taylor was just there with MJ Acosta. A lot of people go there and show love and support to the female soccer team in LA.
What a great documentary, number one. And the backing of this team. First of all, the fans are great. Everything's great. But the people that have invested in this team, all-time bad one, Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is all over the documentary. And you know what? I can't get enough of Natalie Portman. What a bad one. She admits, I don't know much about sports. I don't know anything about soccer, but I know this is important and I want to be a part of it. She's a part of it. Looking good, by the way. Tons of great investors, all female, powerful women doing great things. Serena Williams is in the mix. She's doing her thing. I mean, it is an unbelievable documentary. I know they have 3 parts out now. So if you have HBO or Max or whatever you call it, I don't know how we got it. Don't ask me. Nonetheless, Angel City, they're playing later on today. It is a great documentary, an empowering documentary, and a beautiful documentary. And there's bad ones all over the place.
Yes, definitely show support. I might check them out when I get out
there's
there.
a few things that Vlad and I love. We love the ladies.
Absolutely.
We love soccer.
Always.
So naturally, we love lady soccer.
We love it goes together. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
I mean,
but I also love to watch men's soccer. And tonight,
yeah.
today, is the Champions League's final. It's this
That's it.
afternoon.
Man City
versus
Inter Milan.
Yes.
Man City, the overwhelming favorite.
They're about to pull the treble.
They got that treble. They have won the Premier League.
They've won the FA.
They've won the FA Cup over rival Man U, that derby.
If they can finally win the European Championship.
Inter Miami. I wish it was Inter Miami.
Listen, we'll talk about Inter Miami and the big news that they made this week.
Huge, man. But let me tell you, I'm not going to lie to you, Vlad. Man City cannot beat Inter Milan bad enough for me, man. I'm Man City all the way.
I want to see Pep win it. I want to see Pep win the treble. I want to see Man City win the treble. It'll be
Holland
good.
is just unbelievable.
It's a good sports day today, guys. I know you're sad, disappointed after last night's defeat, but you got the Panthers on ice. The Cats are on ice tonight. You have Cat Fever.
2-2.
Great overtime win Thursday night. Game 3. Sunrise was lit. I want to see it again on a Saturday night. You have the Belmont Stakes.
Oh, I got my horse. You got who I got?
Who you got?
Let me find out. Let me see who I put my money on.
You got
real
Champions
quick.
League final.
Let me see who I put my money on,
Marlins lost last night?
Uh-oh.
Their winning streak was snapped, but they've been playing great baseball. So don't be sad.
Okay, I got Tapit Trice. Tapit Trice.
Tap it twice.
Tap it Trice.
Tap it thrice. So tap it 3 times.
I'm hoping. Win, play, show, baby.
Okay.
I got him winning. Got him winning. 3-1, baby.
We got good things going on.
We got a lot going on,
but last night was
that's tough. That's tough. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take I'm not gonna say pause. Take a quick, short breather. We're gonna play the montage, the week that was. Then we're gonna get into what's coming up here on Sports Day.
Game 2 of the 2023 NBA Finals, trailing 1-0. The Miami Heat, white hot.
Welcome inside T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas for tonight's matchup. It's the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Vegas leads the series 1-0.
It's DC United in the black from right to left. Inter Miami in the pink from left to right. Javi Morales is in the technical area now, taking a seat for his first game as the interim head coach.
Edward Cabrera, it'll be his 13th start of the year, again coming off the win Friday night. Marlins are 7-5 when he starts.
And sometimes less is more, or sometimes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball is just right.
First playoff game in this building in over a week and a half. Denver in that royal blue with the red trim, golden letters and numbers. Miami Heat, white, hot.
Welcome inside FLA Live Arena here in Sunrise for tonight's matchup. It's Game 3 of the 2023 Stanley Cup Final. The Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas with a 2-0 lead.
Welcome to Game 4 of the 2023 NBA Finals. The Denver Nuggets, they lead your Miami Heat in this best-of-7 series, 2-1. Trying to change that on this night for you, Heat Nation. Murray to tie it. It's out. Heat win. Game 2 of the 2023 NBA Finals belongs to the Heat. Wow.
The horn sounds. That's it for this one. Vegas takes Game 2. They lead the series 2-0. 7-2 the final score here tonight.
The Nuggets will take Game 3 and take a 2-1 series lead. Final score, 109-94.
And there is your final whistle before the clock reaches 100 by 10 seconds. DC United will go back to the nation's capital with all 3 points in the back pocket, 2-1 over Inter Miami.
That'll do it. Nuggets win 108-95. The Heat will go to Denver to fight for a Game 6.
You know, I told the guys the first thing I said, we're not celebrating. It's a good win. We've done our job, but we're not celebrating like we've done anything yet. We know we're going to have to go home and turn off the TV, the radio. Don't read the papers. Don't listen to everybody telling you how great you are, because we haven't done a damn thing yet. We have to win another game to be world champions.
0-2 pitch. Rings him up. Strike 3. It's a Marlins win. 6 in a row for the Marlins. Taking care of business against the Royals here, and they have swept 3 of the last 4 series.
Bennett up the near side, looks across for Hagee, high slot shot. He scores! Carter Verhaeghe, the overtime winner here in Game 3. The Panthers take it 3-2 the final.
Hanging around. Carter Verhaeghe flops a nut straight. Pay that man his money.
Hey, Dirty, give me that money. Hey, Dirty, baby, I got your money. Don't you worry. Chuck, baby, I got. He's getting that money.
Don't do that.
Okay. You know, I'm the hip hop head of the show, so maybe not.
And the Heat are up 3-1.
We're going to get into the Panthers in the next segment, but they look to even that series at 2 tonight at 8 o'clock when they face the Vegas Golden Knights at FLA Live Arena. The Heat failed to score triple digits again as they fell to the Nuggets 109-95 last night. The series is now 3-1 with Denver looking to close things out at home Monday at 8:30. This is where you see what you're made of, Vlad. Do you go in there and do you give it the old college try, or do you go in there and go, good run?
I mean, you gotta have the theory in this mindset and the mindset of this. You win Wednesday. I mean, you win Monday. They got to come to Miami Thursday. You have to have the mindset that if we come back for Game 6, we're winning Game 6, and we're going back Denver for Sunday, Father's Day, Game 7.
I disagree with that. I say really one game at a time. You really have to look at it like not even.
It is one game at a time.
We're not even trying to. And yeah,
but you're looking at Game 5.
Spoke last night.
Yeah,
we're trying to get this thing back to Miami, back to the 305. No.
Yeah, that's how you have to.
No.
Yes, if you win Game 5, the game is back in Miami for Game 6. That's what it is. Every game right now is a Game 7 for you.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
You're not getting ahead of yourself.
All I'm worried about is this next game. Win one quarter.
So you win the next game. What happens when you win the next game?
Next quarter.
What happens when you win the next game?
That's okay. Who cares?
There's another game. That other game will be in Miami. So your mindset is trying to bring it back to another game in Miami.
Once again, you're looking at too much of a big picture. Right now, it needs to be just all we know is we got to win next game.
That's what he's saying. He's trying to bring it back to Miami.
No, he's not. He's talking about Game 6 when there hadn't even been a Game 5 yet.
In order to get to Game 6, you got to win Game 5. So the mindset is to win Game 5.
Why don't we talk about the finals next year? No. Win.
Come on, Dan. Come on now.
The thing is, you're getting ahead. Do you understand the point I'm getting at?
No, I don't. Because what he said is, we're trying to get the thing back to Miami. How do you get this thing back to Miami? You win Game 5. So your mindset is winning Game 5. You're going to go back to Miami regardless. Think about it. You lose, you're going to get back to Miami. So you're going to Miami regardless. His mindset is getting everything back to Miami, which means the whole league, ABC, ESPN, getting back to Miami for Game 6. That's all his mindset is. It is one game at a time. It's not thinking.
Allow me to oversimplify things. There's only one game that we're looking at and only one game we're thinking about. It's Game 5. Well, what about nothing else? Win Game 5. That's all. Simplify.
I'm going to let a three-time champion. If
I know,
three-time champion says, we're trying to get this thing back to Miami, I'm going to listen to him.
I mean, yeah, but I like to oversimplify things sometimes. I need to keep it simple. Simple. Just, we're worried about Game 5.
So let me ask you guys this.
Simple. Ask me a simple question. I'm a simple man.
Are you upset with the way Denver is winning?
No.
Are you upset with the way the Heat are playing?
That's what I'm upset with, yes.
And why are you upset with the way the Heat are playing? Because
two starters combined for 2 points last night.
2 starters combined for 2 points.
Jimmy Butler got outplayed by Aaron Gordon, their third best player. Nikola Jokic went out with 9 minutes left with 5 fouls, and we only chipped into the lead by 1 point.
But who you are is showing. Like I tell you, Bill Parcells was absolutely right. Your record says who you are. They were a 44-38 team in the regular season, a team that was blown out in the play-in game and was 3 minutes away from losing the play-in game number 2. Then they went on an unbelievable run from Game 1 against Milwaukee to Game 7 against Boston. They won Game 2 of this NBA Finals. But sooner or later, you had to figure you're going to face a team that a lot of this stuff that, it's been happening, it's just not going to work, or it's not going to affect.
Right.
Just so happen to face them in the finals.
There's 2 ways to look at it. Let's look at the positive. We outplayed the Bucks. We were the better team. We beat the Knicks. We were the better team. Took on the Celtics. We outcoached them. We outhustled them. We outplayed them.
Better team.
Now let's look at the other side. Let's look at the negative side. Because, we always try to look at everything.
Go ahead. Shoot the negative.
You got blown out by the Atlanta Hawks. Ice trade put you on ice. You were 3 minutes away from not even making the playoffs. You got in against a Bucks team that Giannis got hurt in the first game. And pardon the pun, whenever Giannis isn't around, they look like a deer in the headlights.
Listen.
Let me finish.
I got you.
You got a Knicks team that, let's be honest, Vlad, They were okay. Okay. Julius Randle wasn't even that healthy. They were okay. You beat them. Then you got a Celtics team that's obviously overcoached. I mean, you outcoached them, and you got some breaks here and there, and you got them. Now you're starting to get exposed against a really good Denver team that they don't get fazed by anything. That's the negative side. Where's the truth? Kind of in the middle of all that, I think.
The truth is, you're showing what you were. Listen,
but why does it all of a sudden happen now? Just because the book's out now? And
not that the book is out. It was who you were.
But then why didn't it show itself earlier in those first 3 rounds?
Bro, it showed in the first 2 games of the play-in. Then all of a sudden, listen, you put on the magic slipper and everything worked out. And then guess what? Midnight hit. Midnight's about to hit.
Bad matchup, by the way.
It's 11:59 right now, and midnight's about to hit.
Let me just state the obvious. Bad matchup against Denver, by the way. A team that's kind of like your carbon copy in the Western Conference.
A team that's not respected.
Not respected, underappreciated, not talked about, underestimated.
Yeah, you can't use Miami can't Spo and those guys can't use that as a motivation.
And they saw it coming from a mile away. Michael Malone from the minute
from the Western Conference Finals
started saying this is going to be the fight of our life. Don't you dare call them an 8 seed. Don't you dare disrespect them. We respect them. He didn't give any fuel to the fire of we're a 1 seed, they're an 8 seed. He saw it coming a mile away. When he started saying that stuff, I started going, ouch. Get ready. Couple more headlines. The U has added cornerback Demetrius Freeney to their lineup. The JUCO transfer had offers from the likes of Oklahoma, Colorado, and Houston. The Marlins, they got walked off 2-1 last night by the White Sox. The 2 play again today. Does it make you feel any better that Sandy Alcantara is taking the mound at 2?
Yeah, you know what? I am.
You think this is it?
I'm going to tell you why. He gave what was the game that we were watching? Was it Sunday? Yeah, we were on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, where he
gave up 5 runs, but
he stayed in.
He stayed in for 7 innings, and they still came back and won. So yeah, I'm all right.
Magic things happen on the south side of Chicago.
I don't know about that.
I love the south side.
Usually a lot of violence be happening on the south side.
Cabrini Green, baby, Cabrini Green.
But let's go.
Inter Miami looked to end their 5-game MLS losing streak tonight when they faced New England at 7:30. Their last MLS win was against the Revolution back on May 13th. They won 2-1 almost a month ago.
Oh, well, it's Miami against Boston. So Miami should win.
We got to get a win, man. I mean, we got Messi coming to town now. So
I said we would not talk about this guy and Inter Miami.
You shut me down so many times.
I said until it happens.
So many times you told me to shut up.
Now you can talk about it because it's happening.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's kind of like you try to get with that girl for so long, and now you're finally getting with her. You're like, how was it, bro?
It's not even that good.
It's okay. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Are you going to see her again? We'll see. We'll see. I like how everybody's an Inter Miami fan now, too, by the way.
My God, did you see the followers?
They got like 50 billion followers now.
They went from like 1 million to 10 million like instantly.
I got my inaugural kit. I'm going to wear that everywhere and be like, oh, yeah, by the way, from season 1, Pizarro. Huh? I don't know. Oregon pulled off a historic 8-run come-from-behind win to defeat Oral Roberts 9-8 in the Eugene, Oregon Super Regional. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is LSU hosts Kentucky today at 2 in the Baton Rouge Regional. Iga Swiatek defeated Karolina Muchova today to capture the Women's French Open. That is her 2nd in a row.
Back to back.
Tomorrow, Novak Djokovic going to face Casper Ruud.
The Joker. Damn, Jokers are just winning titles everywhere.
In the men's final at 8:30 a.m. Casper Ruud, he is a great clay player. He's modeled his game after, of course, the greatest clay player of all time, Rafael Nadal. With that being said,
he's about to get his ass kicked.
Yes, he will. But you know what? This is a show we're not afraid. Some people would say, he can go in there. He's a really good clay. Nope. Joker's got him. I mean, Carlos Alcaraz yesterday did one of these. He looked like Max Strus.
It was 1-1, and he got cramps. He got cramps.
What's going on? Wait a second.
What kind of cramps does he have?
I'm 20 years old, man. I'm number 1 in the world. Of course, let's be honest, though. The reason he's number 1 in the world is because he's been able to play in all the tournaments. Novak Djokovic
that's true.
will not, whether you believe in vaccinations or not, can't play in some of the tournaments because, especially some of the Grand Slams, because he hasn't gotten. But Novak Djokovic going to take that title. And I like Casper Ruud. He's a cool dude, man. But nah, bruh. Can we say nah, bruh?
Nah, bro.
Nah, bruh. The U.S. women's national team hold the top spot in the FIFA World Rankings. The World Cup starts July 20th. It's going to be held in Australia and New Zealand. I'm in. Angel City documentary, great documentary.
I gotta get down there.
Come on by the house, Vlad. We'll watch some Angel City.
No, I'm
together.
talking about
Oh, you want to get down to Australia, New Zealand?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude,
they love me out there.
Oh, the ladies love American guys.
The
You know
ladies
why?
love certain American guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, they love chocolate.
Dang. Got to reevaluate some things. Belmont Park back open after those wildfires kind of caused some air pollution problems. Belmont State's going to be run today. And biggest story in the world, I don't know why we're burying the lead, but the UEFA Champions League will be decided today at 3 when Manchester City takes on Inter Milan. Anywhere in the world right now, outside of the US, the world has stopped to watch this match. What are we doing? We're going to be on the air just talking about it. Man City going for
That's
that
the life.
treble. Real quick, Vlad. Let's before we get to more Panthers talk, let's take a step.
You need to take a day.
I need some Panthers. I need some day spa, man. Whew.
You definitely need some day spa music, bro.
Oh, man. Let's relax a little bit. Hit me with it, man. Oh, I hear it. Thank goodness. Science shows that octopus's RNA adjusts their bodies to adapt to cold and hot water. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Yeah, shrinkage, man.
Oh my god.
Octopus don't get that shrinkage.
They got long legs.
Wait, I thought they only had 8 legs.
Well, they may have 9 now.
Put me in a good mood. Speaking of good moods, the Panthers can put us in a really good mood tonight. Get right back. Even in this series at 2 games apiece tonight. Puck drops at 8. We're talking about it next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. It is Sports Day on a Saturday, 560 WQAM. Join us on the Twitch page, YouTube Live, 560 WQAM, and the Odyssey app. Vlad, I want to get high right now. I can't take it anymore. I need to get high. It's the weekend. I was high Thursday. I was really high Thursday. Panthers, man, they got me high. What a game that was. The first ever Stanley Cup Finals win in franchise history. You were at the game. How electric was that arena?
It was electric. It was the first time, you know me and punctuation, being punctual is,
hit or miss.
Very hit or miss. More miss than hits. I'll get there on time.
Man, Flow Rider was out in the parking lot,
I'll
bro.
get there on time. But I'm going to get there on time. But because of it being the Stanley Cup and all the changes they had to do, you had to get your credentials early. You're not parked in a media parking lot that is used for all the television production crew. So we had to park. We had to park in Sawgrass.
Okay.
We had to park at a garage in Sawgrass, and we get a shuttle that takes us there. And you get there. So I got there, and I'm looking at everything, and I'm seeing. You hear Flow Rider performing in the background. They got drinks being served outside. Everybody's having a good time, singing all the Flow Rider songs and everything like that. You get to the arena. I got the credential. I get to the arena, and I'm seeing all these celebrities. First, like the minute I walk in, I see PK Subban.
Ooh, PK.
Yeah, PK. They all talking. Everybody's just looking at him. I'm like, that's a big brother, bro. I'm like, yeah. And brother, you want him,
He was a goalkeeper, right?
No, he was a defenseman, man.
Oh, damn.
He was a defenseman, though.
Keeping up with my hockey.
Badass defenseman, too. So I was like, nah, you don't want to start no problem with him. I was like, I could see. And he also had, what's her name? The skier.
Lindsey
the famous,
Vonn?
yeah, Lindsey Vonn.
She's a bad one, right?
Yeah,
in real life?
Yeah, Lindsey Vonn has a taste for the chocolate as well.
She loved Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods cheated on her all over the place, and she still loved Tiger Woods.
So, boom, you're walking around. Everybody's all nice. Everybody's all, suited and booted. And, ladies, lot of bad ones that, that work for NHL media.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, the Panthers got some good hiring practices. I've been in some of those games. Okay, let's just get that out the way.
A lot of baddies out there. So, boom, we get in there, and, our boy Matt.
Yeah, Biff.
He was there, and boy Biff was there, and then we were like, yo, I'm like, Biff, what's going on? Like, where are our seats? He's like, bro, I'm upstairs. Just come check me. I'll show you what we got to do. So I go upstairs, press room. We there, and I'm like, where's our seats? And he says, yeah, let me show you where your seats are. So I'm like, all right, cool.
You're lucky you had seats.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, come on. I was like, yeah, we had seats. So I was like, all right, cool. So I grabbed my soft drink, got a little, snack, and I'm walking, and I'm like, all right, we're further left to where we usually are. All right, cool. Then we go around security. Then we go down the stairs, and then all of a sudden I'm parkouring. Like I'm literally parkouring right now. Like I'm like, wait, what is going on here? Right? And then we get to the seats. And I'm not gonna knock. Yes, it's not where we usually sit, but the seats, the view isn't bad, bro. That's not like there's not really bad seats at FLA Live Arena. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire and Lionel Richie, but go ahead.
You're gonna have fun. So we sit down, boom, watching the game, and then you're preparing, reading the notes and all this, and then before you know it, Dan, I looked up and everybody's in their seats. I'm like, wow, okay. Now we went to the Boston game. We went to Toronto, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When the puck was dropped, was everybody in their seats by that time?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, they weren't. Not like this. There was not an empty seat in the house.
It's because Flow Rider performed for free in the parking lot. People want to get there for that, and then they just went to the game. I'm saying. I'm saying that's a factor.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that said it. We're going to see Flow Rider, and then we're going to the game.
That's crazy. Flow Rider's got a following, but it's game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. So, you haven't been to Stanley Cup Finals in 27 years, and you're going there to see Flow Rider.
You're also paying $500 a ticket, so you probably want to catch the whole game.
I guess
that would be my point.
Crowd was on their feet. It was electric. The white towels were being waved.
Did you feel as though we were getting beat most of the game, though?
No, because we started off. We scored the first goal. It was like, all right, boom. Yeah, we did. It was 1-0. It was 1-0.
Oh yeah, it was 1-0.
Yes.
That's right.
We scored, and it was like, all right, cool.
And it was 1-1.
And then they scored on power plays, and it was like, oh. And then they scored, they tied the game, and then they took the lead. And it was obviously the former Panther has been busting their ass out throughout the first
God,
3
that
games
was a
of the
bad
series.
trade, by the way. That was a really bad trade. Oh, it wasn't even a trade. In the expansion draft, we made him available.
Marcel's been busting our ass.
Wow. We really shouldn't have made him available, by the way. Really
Whatever,
shouldn't.
man. Stop.
Bill Zito, thank God we have you now. He would have never made that mistake. Go ahead.
So it's 2-1. And you kind of started sensing, oh no,
Start drinking that beer.
They're about to lose. It's 3-0. And then we started seeing the Vegas media started going downstairs.
Flexing.
They started going downstairs early. I was like, oh,
don't do that.
And then our local TV people were going downstairs early, but they had to do the local hit. It was 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2.5, started putting pressure. Then Bob left, and they added an extra player. And when Kachuk scored that goal, I mean, it was like, oh, yes, we did the Tiger Woods pump upstairs. We were happy. We were like, all right, we're going to overtime. Let's see how long this is going to last. That was literally the question. It was like, let's see how long this is going to last, because both teams can score. But if you're a Panther fan, and we've seen Panthers throughout this postseason, especially with overtime, it can go for a minute. But then when they called the penalty, it was like, oh, damn. Like, that would have been like, damn, can you imagine they score to tie the game and then a penalty and then they lose early in overtime?
Not going to happen. That's not what the Panthers do.
Panthers didn't do it. Panthers didn't allow it to happen. And then when they scored, it was a relief. Everybody's excited. And this is what my theory and everything. This is, if you have a team that you love and they're in the championship and they might be down or they're the underdogs, my theory is this. Make sure there's a lot of if necessary games. You know what I mean? Make sure there's a if necessary. You don't want to get swept. You don't want to be gentleman sweep. So right now, the worst that can happen to the Panthers, they get gentleman swept. But at least you know there's a game 5.
But you got your win. You also got that win under your belt.
Right. You win tonight, you know 2 game. Now you have 2 game if necessaries. And there's a game back in Sunrise. So you got all the 3 games max that you can play in a series. That's my thinking right now. You win tonight 2-2. It's the best 2 out of 3 series, and you've got the momentum.
I will say the good thing about hockey is, unless you're up by 2, 3, 4 goals with a minute left, the lead's not safe. If you're up by 1, you're staying for the whole game because you don't know what's going to happen. If you're even up by 2 with like 2 minutes left, still there's a chance. It's not like some sports like basketball. You get down by 10 with a minute left, you ain't coming back usually. In football, you're up by 10 with 2 minutes left, you're probably not coming back. But hockey, you never know. So you really do have to watch the whole entire thing, because if I would have just given up on the Panthers with 3-4 minutes left in the game the other night, I would have missed out on what was miraculous. Matthew Tkachuk being as clutch as anything with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. And then Carter Verhaeghe in overtime, making that big shot. It's one of those things. Hockey, you really do have to watch every single second. You cannot take your eyes off the game, or else you might miss something really crazy and cool. Also saw Radko Gudas get lit up again.
Well, our boy Tkachuk got lit up, and a lot of people
up.
thought he wasn't coming back and he might be out for the series. And then when he did come back, it was like, wow, because he got hit, tried to get up, and he stumbled. And it was like a lot of people thought maybe a little
I am all for
concussed.
that. Oh, well, I am all for that. And I know
what you're all for. What
Tkachuk was on the wrong side of it, but he got Eichel legally.
Oh, he got hit legally. So
but they were gunning for him. And you know what?
He deserved it though.
I got no problem. You get our guy.
We get you. I get it. And it was clean. As long as it's always clean.
I don't mind that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But I don't mind an eye for an eye in sports. Like you hit a home run, you flip your bat, you show up the pitcher. Next time you see the guy, boom. Okay. Hey, you know what? Tip your hat. It's done. It's over with. It's good. Tkachuk lit up Eichel legally. They came back next game and said, you go before the game and say, watch your back, watch your 6, because you know it's coming. You don't even have to say it, but let them know. And that's fine. Now it's over. It's done. No more.
And then you get your revenge by scoring the
game winner. Yeah.
The game tire, and then you win in overtime. And he was a factor in that shot. that Carter scored to win.
How does he stay so cool? Is
Who?
my question.
Kachuk?
Yeah.
Because
I mean, when everybody else is freaking out and going fast,
when
he
you're
just slows
the
down.
irritant, you don't get irritated.
But and he doesn't speed up. He's just so cool in front of the net. When everything could go wrong, or you try to make something happen, no, he just kind of just puts it in. He hit it so crisp and so clean. It hit the camera in the back of the net.
It
It
came
flew
out.
out.
I was like,
I
did
was
he
like, did that
score?
go in? And then I was like, they're gonna try to call this back because it wasn't in the net long
The
enough.
minute he hit it, the lamp lit, and it was like, oh, he did score, but nobody knew because
My
everybody
initial-
kept on. I was like,
My initial thought was they were going to call it back because it wasn't in the net long enough. I was like, is there a rule that if it's only in the net for half a second, it doesn't count? It's got to count, right?
I've seen putts go right through the net.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah. No.
Man, what a trade, by the way. Give Bill Zito his flowers. They get Matthew Tkachuk. I was even kind of critical at first. I was like, this guy's coming here to retire. He's just getting paid.
He's only
He's
25.
all, I can wear flip-flops every day. I love being in the warm weather. I was
Dude,
like,
if you're
shut
25,
your ass up and play hockey.
If you're 25, you played you're from St. Louis, you're gonna be wearing flip-flops
I'll
if
tell
you
you-
live in South Florida.
No. I'm saying he shut my ass up and he has played hockey. So it's been a great trade. It's been good. Mackenzie Weegar, we don't miss you. Sorry. Enjoyed life in Calgary. Matthew Tkachuk, great. Team's been good. Tonight's their night. This is your chance to even up the series. And after all we've been through, you're exactly where you probably should be. They got 2 on their ice. You get 2 on your ice. Now let's let the chips fall where they may. Bobrovsky looks like, I'll be honest, he had a little rust coming out of those 10 days off, but now he looks like he's right back where he needs to be.
Bad in game 1, except for that third period when they just, they lit these guys up. Game 2, it was
tough.
game 2 was like, okay.
Well, sometimes you just start going downhill and there's no stopping.
Game 3, he was playing out of his mind. Like he was
great.
He was Bob again. And then they won. Got a great game tonight. South Florida's got to bring it, man. That's fans, you got to bring it. You have to bring it.
I have every reason to believe it's going to be a tough game, but also a good game for the Panthers. I feel that. I feel as though they got some momentum. They're feeling good about themselves. They've kind of gotten that monkey off their back. They've gotten a win in the series. It's time to play. The series is on. 8 o'clock tonight, FLA Live Arena, right here, 560 WQAM. Doug Plagans, Kevin Rogers. They got the call for you. We got the call for you next. We're going to keep it a buck right here on Sports Day, 560 WQAM. It is that special time on a Saturday where my cousin Vladimir Louison and I keep it a buck. Real talk right now. That's what we're doing. Keeping it a buck. I'm going to get it started, and I hate to keep piling on. And you know what, Vlad, I'm such a prisoner of the moment, but I'll tell you this. Max Strus is a free agent at the end of this season.
Strus.
Where? Ofer. He's 50-50 in this finals. Half the time, gives you 0 points. The other half the time, some points. I'll be honest with you. Keep it a buck. If he goes somewhere else next season, I'm not going to be crying. I'm not going to be upset at all. I don't know about you.
Wow. You're done with Strus.
But I mean, like, is he that important? Is he that vital of a cog to this team? And it's not just because he's done 0 for 2 games in the NBA Finals. And he is a good player. And he is big and he can shoot. But at the same time, like, you don't think you can find someone else to kind of fill that void?
I mean, you can, but I mean,
I'm just saying, I'm not going to be.
He might be a culture guy.
I'm not going to be heartbroken if he leaves and goes plays in Sacramento or I'm trying to think of somewhere else, Oklahoma City.
Well, the Heat are not going to
open up the checkbook for him.
Right, they're not going to outbid themselves.
So I'm not going to be heartbroken if he goes to what he considers greener pastures. Take that for what you may. That's just keeping it a buck. Just keeping it a buck. You got anything that you want to keep a buck, Vlad? Get it off your chest. Get it out of there.
Oh, it's over for the Heat, man.
Whoa.
It's over for the Heat, bro.
You're going to go that way?
Yeah, I'm going that way.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So that 4% chance that they win the NBA Finals, you're right. You're saying not even 4. Is it 0? Settle.
Yeah.
Woo. That's strong right there, man. That's keeping it a buck.
I'm sorry. It's been a great run. They have nothing to listen. Other than that, well, obviously the Mavs lost and the Spurs in 2014. Any other loss the Heat have had in the finals, they weren't the better team.
True.
They weren't the better team. They weren't the better team in this series, and
True.
they won a game. What they did what they've done the last 2 months has been unbelievable. What South Florida's experience over the last 4 months has been unbelievable. Sooner or later, it's gonna have to end. You know what goes up must come down, and it's time for this this magic fantasy ride to end.
I got 2 things to keep it a buck real quick. Keeping it a buck, I do think the Panthers are going to win tonight and tie this series at 2. I just feel it in my heart. I feel as though now they've kind of gotten the jitters out. Vegas is on the road. They're not as solid on the road as they are at home. Matthew Tkachuk being Matthew Tkachuk. Sergei Bobrovsky being Sergei Bobrovsky. I'm keeping it a buck. I really do in my heart of hearts think the Panthers are going to win tonight.
I hope so.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm
going
gonna
to get out there one.
They better. Listen, I want champagne to be
because
going on me.
Let's keep it a buck. The Vegas Knights technically are the better
really
team. They're the better
They're really
team.
good
They're the better team. Technically, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. I'm just saying technically they're the better team.
They're
The
a
better
good
team
team.
doesn't always win. Just keeping it a buck. One more thing I want to keep a buck. Everyone going crazy about Lionel Messi. He is coming to Inter Miami, most likely. Mark the Heat. He says Vlad and Day are more locked in on trailing Messi at his Indian Creek mansion when he arrives.
I didn't
and
even know
giving
he
up
had an
the-
Indian Creek mansion.
Yeah, he does. It's called a quote unquote vacation home, but you and I have talked about this. If you're an international soccer player, your vacation is 3 weeks a year. So it's kind of his home away from home. I'll tell you this about Lionel Messi. Number one, if he does play for Inter Miami next year, and for some reason, I have this feeling that he's kind of made a deal with Inter Miami that he will sign with them, but then they're going to loan him out to Barcelona, the team that he's been with since he was 13 years old, year by year. As long as he wants to be with Barcelona, he's going to be loaned out to Barcelona. And then when he decides that he doesn't want to play with Barcelona anymore, he's going to come back to Inter Miami. Could be a year, could be 2 years. I don't know. At the same time, he is not going to be a messiah on the field. He is not going to automatically get you 2 goals a game. They're going to plot against him. They're going to know number 10 is running up and down the field. They're going to put guys on him, 2, 3 guys on him. And let's remember, he might not get the same service that he's used to getting at Barcelona or PSG or even the Argentine national team. So for the people like he's an automatic hat trick, Inter Miami's going to win MLS Cup. Slow it down. He's not the messiah. Just saying.
You should get a -1 for that.
Really?
A messiah? I don't like that.
Oh, just for the term. Okay.
Yeah, not for the point.
You watch and see. I mean, yeah, as far as money and exposure, yeah, absolutely. I mean, already. But
it's gonna be beautiful Argentinian women down here.
I mean, there's already a ton of beautiful Argentinian women down here.
I know, but it's gonna be more.
Really? You think they're coming down here just because Messi's coming here?
I think some people, yeah, you could. It's easy to get an MLS ticket and then it's to go like to Barcelona or to PSG France.
Man, Hard Rock Stadium's going to be rocking, bro. Because you and I both talked about this off the air. A lot of weekend games, they're not going to be played at Dry Pink Stadium if Messi's
Can't
playing.
be. You can't.
Why? I'd like to see a couple games at Lone Depot Park, too.
How about this? No, you don't, because there's gonna be some. Marlins might not be happy with the attendance that Inter Miami gets, and then the attendance they could hardly bring.
Inter Miami is going to rival the Dolphins with attendance. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
They're going to put 50, 60, 70,000 people
They're
in
gonna
the
rival the
stadium.
Canes.
I mean, the Canes, yeah.
Canes, they sometimes
Inter
Canes
Miami
only have
could
30,
be-
40,000. That's easily
Inter
gonna be Inter
Miami
Miami.
could be the second most attended sports team in South Florida.
Yes.
Easily. Maybe the
Yes.
first.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I don't know the Messi effect. I don't know if he can.
Messi's
pack
not
70.
knocking Tua.
Can
By
he
the
put
way,
70
Tua was
in
at.
there?
By the way, Tua was at Game 3 of the Panthers.
Okay. Dan Marino.
Yeah, we got to talk.
Bang that drum all day.
It's kind of slow.
Okay, we're not criticizing Dan Marino's drum banging.
Dan looked like he needed some isotoners on his hands to bang those drums, man. You know what I mean?
My question, Vlad, and we'll leave it at this: is Messi going to be able to fill up 70,000 person Hard Rock Stadium?
Yes,
on a somewhat regular basis, on a every other 2-3 weeks basis. I don't know.
Absolutely.
You think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know.
a brand.
I know, but I mean, I understand a lot of people down here with the Latin American culture, and a lot of people will travel to Miami for that. But every like 2 or 3 weeks,
living out in LA when Beckham played for the Galaxy. You know what I mean? What's his name? The guy that was just there recently
for the LA Galaxy.
Yeah, he just retired.
Chicharito?
No. I forgot his name. Pardon me. He just retired, but he was there. He caused a stir. He was talking trash. He was like he was going to be the biggest celebrity.
Oh, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, Zlatan.
He was great too, by the way.
But yeah, he was great. But he was great. Yes, he drew a crowd. People wanted to go see him play. Like he might have gotten an extra 10,000 people to go watch him play. Yes,
I can tell you this, Vlad. Keeping it a buck, we ain't getting credentialed for Inter Miami games anymore.
we better. We showing them love all
We're the only
season.
people that show 'em
Every
love.
Saturday and Sunday, we've talked about them.
We've had Thomas Rongen on,
Joe
Joe
Malfa.
Malfa on.
I've helped with the production.
We produce the games, executive produce the games, talk about them every week. We ain't getting credentialed
Phil
for those
Shane.
games. Phil Shane, man, love him.
They better show us love.
Love him. Louis Dunes. Even talking about behind the scenes guys. We're not getting credentialed for those games.
I produced those games back when they were on the internet.
That's as close as you're gonna get right there, my friend.
You better show Vlad. And
We're
Dan
we're
love.
in Vice City 1896. We're in a supporters group. I pulled you in with me.
I'm in.
You're in. We're all in.
Look
I got
who's in.
jumped into that gang.
Wow.
I got the blood in, blood out.
Oh,
Can't even get into the stadium anymore. I love it. I love Inter Miami so much. I won't be at the games, but I love them so much. Gonna get you caught up with everything that's happening in the sports world and more next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. Okay. Panthers. They're looking to even up their series after a miraculous, beautiful win in Game 3 tonight, 8 o'clock, FLA Live Arena. Is that the biggest story?
Panthers, yes.
That is the biggest story.
Yes.
Bigger than Lionel Messi.
Yes.
Some people say the greatest soccer player of all time. Not saying that.
Listen,
I'm saying
man.
top three. Top three. Top three.
Inter Miami's the third biggest story.
Messi?
Yes, Messi's 3.
Is he the best player of all time? I'm going to say no.
I ain't see Pele play.
I say top 3. I say Pele.
I ain't see Pele play.
Diego
Or at
Maradona.
At least when I did see Pele play, he wasn't the same Pele.
Pele, Diego Maradona, Messi.
I'm a Ronaldo fan.
And
Christian.
Let's be honest,
Cristiano.
you and I have already decided this. He's not even the best player in the world anymore.
No.
That belongs to Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
Sorry, come at me, argue with me about that. Right here, right now, Kylian Mbappe, the best player in the world. Represent.
I see what we're doing here. I see that, because this Heat and Panthers run is going to end in another week or so.
We haven't gotten to all that yet.
Yeah, no. So, we're setting up seeds to show Inter Miami that we're going to show them love when these other two teams' seasons are over. I like it.
There's more stories. There's more stories to get to, though, man.
I like it.
What about Iga Swiatek?
No. That's not
back-to-back French Opens. That's not the biggest story in South
The
Florida.
biggest story right now. The top 2 stories in South Florida.
Belmont Stakes?
No.
No. I'm looking for the one.
No, the one is the Panthers playing Game 4 tonight at FLA.
So it is not bigger than the Heat being down 3-1.
That's 1B.
And losing last night 109-95 to a Denver Nuggets team where their 2 stars weren't superstars. They were good.
Jamal Murray was 5 for 17?
Yeah.
But 10 assists, controlled the game. What's funny? Jamal Murray played a point guard game.
Yeah.
He played like a point guard yesterday.
He was that intangible type player.
He played, his shot wasn't there, but he got others involved. And others meaning Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown.
15 points, 12 assists, 43 minutes. That's really good. Not superstar good. And even Nikola Jokic, 23 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. That's not Nikola Jokic. That's not the 30, 21, and
it was not
10.
He wasn't efficient. He was 8 for 19. 12 rebounds, 23 points. They combined for 38.
So is the Panthers?
That was their lowest. That was the lowest output by them two together, and they still won.
Right now, is the Panthers a bigger story than the Heat?
Yes.
Really?
Right now,
I beg to
it's
differ.
June 10th. Who's playing in 6 hours?
I beg to differ, man.
Who's playing in 6 hours?
I am so fired up about this Heat and the way they performed last night.
What, you fired up at the terrible performance?
Yes, it's got me angry that I'm almost overlooking this Panthers game tonight.
And then what happens in the Panthers?
Panthers suck it up tonight.
By the way, guys, we won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah, by the way, I got things to do in the woods. So, Vlad, you got some issues you got to take care of. So.
Yeah. Tomorrow we won't be on. So we'll be
Sergey,
back on.
Sergey, hurry up. Tweet
be
in.
thrilled. Be thrilled, Sergey.
Yeah.
You won't have to hear us tomorrow. So
put a witty comment on the Twitch page, please.
Yes, we're waiting for that. But so right now, the top story is the Panthers.
Okay.
Game 4, they win tonight. Is 2-2. You know that. Listen, Dan. If it's 2-2, the next time that we see each other, you might be talking to a drunk Vlad.
Oh yeah.
I might be literally next Saturday. Well, we're on because that's the next time we will be on.
You're welcome
from noon
to
to 4. I might be coming back from a champagne.
Oh, I was gonna say
champagne party.
If you want to keep the party going, just let me know in advance. I'll stop by Jensen's liquor store. Pick you up a little something.
I might have to continue it. No, literally,
don't
I
wanna
might
stop?
be coming back. Literally, I might be coming back from a champagne party.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because the Panthers might have done, they might have won 4 in a row.
Okay, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I need you to help me right now.
I'm not getting far, but I'm just saying right now, that's why they're the number 1 story.
I need
because they're the only ones literally right now with a good chance of tying their series and still winning the cup for this.
I want to ask you this before we run through some quick headlines. I need some percentages. What is the percentage chance that the Panthers tie up the series tonight? That's all I'm asking tonight.
50%.
So you got a 50-50 shot.
50-50.
I like those odds. What are the chances that the Heat can push the finals to a game 6? Just game 6. I'm not asking to win the series. Just a game 6.
2%.
Whoa, that bad?
Yeah.
Thought you were going to give me.
Because if I said 3%, you guys would have been like, well, they gave them a 3% shot to beat the Celtics.
You sure you don't want to put a 0 behind that too?
Nah, I'm gonna give them a 2.
2-0? 2-0? No, just 2?
0.2. Yeah, that one was. Don't make me say 0.2. 2%.
2%.
You want me to put a 0? I might put
a 0 behind
it. 2. Not in front, behind it, in front of the 2, with a dot.
Don't feel good about that,
bro.
All right, Panthers, Golden Knights.
Wait, what percentage do you give them?
50-50.
You think so you think that he can win Monday night and bring it back to Miami?
Yeah. I didn't say they're going to win the series. I said I have a 50-50 shot of them winning one more game at least. Yeah. I think they got enough in the tank to get that one. After that, we'll see what happens in game 5. And then we'll see, just further in the May.
If role players don't play good on the role players, they play good at home. What makes you think they're going to play well on the road?
The role players, when you say they don't play good, they did not play good last night.
Right.
They were not existent.
So what makes you think they're going to be existent in Denver on the road?
Because they're motivated now. I mean, just saying. Some people are better on the road. There's less distraction.
Did you hear your answer? They're motivated now. Really?
I mean, going over.
They went over in game 1.
That's true. God, you think he'd have a little. I mean, he did bounce back. Strus did bounce back in game 2. He had a couple threes. He had like 5 threes, something like that.
He didn't play well in game 3.
No, he did not. No.
So how did he respond in game 3? He had an over in game 4.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. I didn't see Gabe Vincent only give us 2 points last night. That's what really kind of stung. I didn't see Strus going over again, but I didn't see the combination, the 1-2 punch of 2 points between our 2 starting guards.
The Stephen A. comment that we played earlier
was 100% right.
I'm about to play it again.
Play it again. Let me
because
he's right.
He's absolutely right
Give him
on the fact that your starting backcourt cannot give you 2 points. He's right.
What was your biggest takeaway from game 4?
Well, what a tremendous performance from Aaron Gordon. Had a game-high 27 points. He came to play tonight. Bruce Brown came off the bench. Big time 21 points. He came to play tonight. On the negative side, Max Strus, you're a starting guard. This is the second game in 4 games of the NBA Finals. You were scoreless. 0 for 4 shooting from the field. Gabe Vincent, 1 for 6. The starting backcourt for the Miami Heat had 2 points. And obviously they shot 8 of 25 from the three-point line, 32%. What did I tell you about that? They didn't get it done. It's over. On a night like tonight, I think it's all right to be disgusted. We can celebrate Denver on Monday night. We can celebrate them all off season. I'm going to repeat what I said. The starting backcourt for the Miami Heat scored 2 points in an NBA Final. 2. Now, I don't care what anybody says. When you're sitting here in South Beach right down the road, when you're looking forward to a series that'll extend to 6 or 7 games, could you give us more than 2 points for starting backcourt? That's really ridiculous. That's really ridiculous.
You know what? They're not good enough.
2 points?
They're not good enough.
2 points?
You can say it
how many years ago you retired?
Not good enough.
Only
one
you can score 2 points.
I can get 2 points.
Oh,
2
man.
points.
And then Michael Wilbon with the Macho Man Randy Savage elbow drop at the end was great. They're not good enough.
I'll tell you this. 2 points in a quarter is not acceptable from those 2 guys, much less an entire game. You know what they played like last night, Vlad? The thing everybody says, don't say it, don't say it. That's not the narrative anymore. Gabe Vincent and Max Strus played like undrafted players. Maybe even worse. And the other thing we got to remember, Jimmy Butler doesn't skate either. Got outplayed by Aaron Gordon. Got outplayed by Aaron Gordon.
It's like the way you're saying it. I can understand if he was outplayed by Murray or Jokic.
Yeah.
But being outplayed by Aaron Gordon.
And I know the argument, well, he outplayed everybody. He was the best player in the game last night. That's another problem.
The best player in the game.
That's another problem.
He was the best player in this. Bruce Brown. That's the other problem. When their 2 role players are the best players of the game, and their best players are the 3rd and 4th player in the game, you're not winning.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened in 3 of those 4 games.
And another thing, you can't overlook Jokic has his 5th foul with 9 minutes left to play. They're up by 10. He comes back with 4 minutes left in the game, and they're still up by 9. That right there is why I'm frustrated today.
And I got to give the crowd credit. The crowd did everything they can to bring some energy to spark this team up. Nothing. There was just nothing. By the way, that might have been, once again, I like saying this. It might have been UD's last home game as a Miami Heat player. And that wasn't the effort. And what's happened to the Heat at home?
They're just not making shots.
But they've lost their last 4 in a row at home.
Yep, that's a franchise record. 4 playoff games in a row at home.
4 playoff games in a row at home?
Mm-hmm.
It's nasty work, bro.
For Grant Williams losing his mind and trying to get Jimmy Butler all stoked up.
In game 3?
Yeah. That was the last time we won.
Yeah, but that was also the time when the role players scored 69 points.
Yep. Stats don't look
and
good.
You haven't had that.
And outside of the Cleveland Cavaliers coming back on the greatest team of all time, the Golden State Warriors 3-1, and Draymond Green getting ejected for kicking LeBron James in the crotch, no team seems to be able to come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals, barely in the playoffs. Let's go Heat. Let's get to some real quick headlines real quick. The Marlins, they got walked off last night as if that wasn't enough. 2-1 by the White Sox. The 2 play again in just a couple of minutes. Actually, they just got started. Sandy Alcantara is on the mound. We're expecting him to have a bounce back. Enter Miami. Will they score a goal tonight? I hope so, man. They play the New England Revolution.
What if Messi starts playing with these guys? Like, these guys are bummed. I'm out of here, man. I'm done, Joe.
You can go ahead and loan me back to Barcelona. Thank you very much.
What did we practice with them one time? I was like, come on.
Thank you for buying season tickets and helping me. Apple Plus and Adidas, thank you for your revenue sharing. I'm going to go to Barcelona for a year. Thank you, guys. I'll keep my house in Indian Creek if you need me. Just don't call.
That can happen.
Don't
I ain't
call.
gonna lie to you. If you got that age where you've done it all, you've done it all.
What does he care?
What is there really left for him to do?
You think he really wants that MLS Cup on his mantle? You think Messi? I got some UEFA championships. I've won some La Ligas. I've won the Ballon d'Or. I've won a World Cup. Man, there's one thing though, man. It eludes me. MLS Cup.
Yeah, he's Thanos. You're like, yes.
It's complete. I can die a happy man. I'm good.
It's like I need this for my
justification.
I need this for everything.
Justification. Pele don't have an MLS Cup. Maradona don't have an MLS Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo don't have an MLS Cup.
MLS Cup stone.
Joseph Martinez has an MLS Cup, but I
hey,
don't.
man, you know what? He decided he's coming here. Good for him.
Hey, man, welcome. I mean, you're already kind of here anyway, but welcome. Officially, welcome. Speaking of soccer, UEFA Champions League is going to be decided today, 3:00. Man City taking on Inter Milan. Very interesting. If you're not familiar with UEFA's Champions League, once you get out of pool play, you play the whole aggregate where you get one at home, one on the road, and it's all goals.
Right, except for the final.
Except for the final. It's all winner take all. It's a
like
Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I want to play at your house.
I mean, it would be kind of anticlimactic if one thing, Man City goes out and scores 5 today and then goes and loses 4-0 second game, and they still win the cup. It's kind of weird like that. Nonetheless, speaking of weird, let's go ahead and take a step into the day spa. Did you see this, Vlad? A female crocodile in Costa Rica that had no contact with any other crocodiles recently made herself pregnant.
Made herself pregnant?
2 things right there.
Wait, alligator with croc, they're asexual?
That's what I'm saying. Is there a chance that we need to start worrying about some things?
No.
Or are we looking at a Jesus crocodile here?
No. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, maybe a Jesus. Yeah. Is she the Virgin Mary of crocodiles?
I'm starting to wonder, man. Costa Rica, female crocodile, no contact with other crocodiles, pregnant. Keep that in mind this weekend as you cheer on the Ice Cats. Tyreek Hill, he's always got something to say. We're going to dive into what he says about Tua, himself, and the world next here on 560 WQAM. Sports Day on 560 WQAM here in South Florida. I was going to dive into some of the stuff Tyreek Hill has been saying after the mini camp, talking about Tua's a true leader. I'm going to catch 2,000 yards this season. We're going to go to Hawaii together and pal it up. But I'm just too fired up about this Miami Heat Denver Nuggets final series. Got to ask you, Vlad, is it just that Denver's that much better than we are? And maybe that much better than everyone thought they were? Is that what it is?
I thought after they got rid of the Suns the way they did after the series was tied 2-2, I thought that was a major step for them. Because the way they handled the Lakers.
Look at it. I mean, they manhandled Minnesota, gentleman's sweep. I mean, Minnesota got one needless game.
Booker and
Phoenix
KD
was
went
unbelievable,
crazy.
good team. They tied it up 2-2, and then Denver just walked away from them 4-2. They simply just annihilated the Lakers, who were really hot, by the way.
I don't think and if you look at that Lakers series, it was a close series. They just made plays. Like Denver just makes plays. You know why? Their go-to move, that Murray and Jokic pick and roll, it's difficult to stop.
So if Denver's as good and maybe even better than we thought they were, why do I still feel so disgusted?
Because you know why? Because it's the first time you've seen all playoff, all postseason that the effort, and I don't want to say the effort's not there, but something's missing.
Something's missing.
They're not giving you something that you've seen throughout the playoffs.
I'll be honest.
I don't want to. It's not the effort. It's not that they're not trying hard. It's just that it's the first time they look like the team that they were all regular season. They look like a 44-38 team right now when you're going against the best team in the league.
Maybe I don't have a filter right now, Vlad. And of course, I worked like 18 hours yesterday. I slept for 2 hours last night. Maybe I had a couple of beers. So maybe my filter's, maybe not as high as it should be. But I'll be honest, the way I see this series right now, at this moment, now things can change. Michael Malone, pretty much done everything right. Eric Spoelstra, he's been Eric Spoelstra. That's a push. Let's be honest, a push. It's hard to believe, but Michael Malone and Spo are neck and neck right now for the way they've coached this series.
I don't think Spo's the best coach in the league, but we're not. It's not like we're taking. It's not taking a shot at Michael Malone. Michael Malone's a hell of a coach,
and maybe like his team, very underrated.
And I think we hit this point.
That's not what's getting me angry though.
You're looking at it. You're looking at the West Coast version of yourselves.
Yeah, you are. Except to be honest, they're a better team.
They're just a better version.
They're more talented. That's
right
more
now.
talented. And you know what? Heat Nation can come at me and say, no, you don't understand. No, I do understand exactly.
And here's the other thing, Dan. The Heat got to be perfect to beat this team.
Yep.
That's the other problem.
That's what's maybe frustrating me too.
That's the frustrating part with.
But they're not even close to being perfect right now.
Everything has to go right, it seems, in order for you to beat them. Because even when you won game 2, Jimmy had a good game, but the bench played well, and you were still a Jamal Murray 3-0 away from the game being tied and going into overtime. But when you at full deck, I know people wondering when Tyler was coming back. It didn't make sense for Tyler to come back.
Not going to make.
He wasn't going to help it. I mean, the shooting
not going to make a difference.
But he also would have been defensive. He would have been a defensive liability.
They're
just
Duncan.
A better team.
Duncan, they ate his lunch twice yesterday.
I mean, a better team. And I think this is what's bothering Heat fans. You heard that against Milwaukee and you won. You heard that about the Knicks and you won. You heard that against Boston and you won. So it's like, stop telling us teams are better than us and show us your respect. And you have every right to say that. But sooner or later, you were going to meet a team that's literally better than you.
Let's be honest, too. As Heat fans, we keep expecting Jimmy Butler to come in on his white horse and save the day, and he has yet to do that. Being honest, he got outplayed yesterday by Aaron Gordon. Not saying Jimmy didn't have a good game. Not saying Jimmy's not having a good series. But we're expecting Jimmy to come in and score 56. This is my house. I own this. Right. You are mine. And then looking at Nikola Jokic being like, I'm the best player in the league. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I can't blame Jimmy and
Bam
for last night.
Bam stepped up.
Let me ask you this. Every time we look we've always done the stars comparison. We're always like, oh, you got to give us 50 to match what the other team's dynamic duo will do. Well, guess what? Bam and Jimmy outscored Jokic and Murray. They did. It's just that Aaron freaking Gordon and Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, but Bruce Brown, the Brown of Brown, they went. I'm looking at their.
Bruce Brown had 11 points in the fourth quarter last night.
No, but look at these
11.
Numbers. Let me look at these numbers that they had, bro. Look at the numbers that they had. They shot over 75%. They shot over 11-15 for 15 was Aaron Gordon, and Bruce Brown was 8 for 11. That's 19 for 26, bro. That's over 75%. You're going when your role players are giving you 48 points on 75% shooting, you're not going to win. And
Vlad, remind me,
they were 6 for 9.
No, their role
from
players
3-point line.
coming off the bench give you that production. What did our starting backcourt give us last night?
Yeah, 2 points.
That was it.
That's it.
Oh,
like you said, we said earlier, Kyle Lowry gave you 13 points in the second half, and he still ended up finishing with 13 points.
13 points.
Okay.
Caleb Martin's not himself. I think there's probably something wrong there.
Okay, so off the bench, you got 36 points off the bench.
You got 12 from Duncan Robinson last night.
Actually, the bench outscored Denver's bench, if you really look at it. Denver's bench only gave them 25 points.
13 from Kyle Lowry.
All right. So the bench outscored their bench 36-25, and your dynamic duo outscored their dynamic duo 51-38.
And if you want to feel bad about yourself and feel embarrassed, watch Michael Porter and Max Strus go toe-to-toe for worst player in this series. I thought it was neck and neck. Michael Porter had 11 points at least last night. Max Strus had 0.
Kevin Love gave you some points. He was 3 for 5 from 3-point lane.
He got hot for a little bit.
He got hot. So,
and you know what also is?
It's nasty when
you know what frustrating?
Your backcourt giving you 2 points. It's just there's no excuse.
There's no. What's also frustrating is you look at Nikola Jokic and you just feel as though he's always in control. He's always got his finger on the pulse. Even when he got his 5th foul, you saw him go out of the game and you thought, "Ooh, sharks in the blood's in the water. The sharks are circling." No, and he didn't look nervous. The team didn't look nervous. You really thought Jimmy and Bam were going to take over?
Oh, come on, guys. Let's not stop with that. Jimmy's a star, not a superstar. Stop.
I mean, he's proven that he's a superstar.
He's a superstar, but even superstars need help. You know how many times LeBron's needed help? Come on.
And look, what I think is happening with Jimmy is a lot of things. It's a combination. He is a little hurt. The ankle's bothering him. He's running out of gas. He's done it for a long time for a lot of games, and the book is out on him. Teams are plotting against Jimmy. It's a combination of a lot of things.
For the pump fakes.
They're not falling for all the pump fakes. They're finding other ways to get involved, make him less involved. He's also trying to be a little more of a facilitator. I mean,
hard to facilitate if the guys aren't hitting the shots.
I mean, are you facilitating to Max Strus and Gabe Vincent? If you
are, they were 1 for 10 last night. You're not winning when your backcourt goes 1 for 10.
I just don't understand how a starting guard in 4 games can have 2 games that he goes over.
He's 5
and he's
for
not
31.
that type of guard. He's not
5 for 31 in this series.
5 for 30. And you see why I'm frustrated.
No, you got every right to be frustrated. I hear you, bro. I understand. Like 5 for 31.
I mean, and I if you would have told me that Gabe Vincent would only give us 2 points, I'd have said, did he get hurt? Did he foul out? What's the deal? No, just got 1 assist though. No rebound.
He averaged 21 points against Denver in the season, in the 2 contests in the regular season. And since the finals, Max Strus has shot 0 for 10 in game 1, 4 for 10 in game 2, 1 for 7 in game 3, and 0 for 4 in game 4.
My question to you is this, Vlad, and maybe a better question to Spo. How do you get them involved, and how do you get this team to be more effective? How do you get this team to triple digits even? How? Make shots? I mean, does it come down to that?
That's literally the only way. You want to score, you got to make shots.
And it's kind of been embarrassing the way they've shot this series. Oh, Denver was 50% from the 3-point line last night. Heat nowhere near that. I mean, so it comes down to just hopefully we wake up on Monday and the basketball gods smile on us and we make shots. Is that what we're hoping for? I mean, is there anything else? I mean,
you
got to be able to scheme something, right?
You got to turn 3-1 to 4-3 right now. That's all. Yeah, I mean, you got to do Brown and Kyrie things. Can Jimmy and Bam? Can hopefully the guys?
Is that what we need? Just Jimmy and Bam being like, look, you guys had your shot. If you get some crumbs, you get some crumbs. But you know what? There's nobody else doing anything out there. Like I said, Kevin Love was good for a stretch. Kyle Lowry was good for a stretch. Caleb Martin had some plays. Duncan Robinson, some plays. Everything else was just crickets, bruh. Crickets. Cody Zeller? No. It's frustrating. And the thing that maybe frustrates you the most is, like I asked you, Vlad, is Denver just that good, or are we just not playing that well?
How many times you want me? How many languages you want me to tell you? Yes, yes.
We see. Say.
You know what I mean? Das. I don't know. What do you like? What do you want me to tell you?
I don't want to believe it though. It is frustrating. And like I said, Michael Malone, you asked me, great coach. He's done everything right in this series. Almost everything right. I don't know what to say. What is our road to victory in game 5? Is it Jimmy and Bam?
Somebody kidnaps Jokic?
We pulled Celtic pride again on this one?
Pull Celtic pride. I don't
Somebody call Joe
Malfa.
Malfa. We need Joe Malfa's help on this one.
I don't literally mean that. Please.
Guys, please don't. Do not. We want to win this one fair and square.
Yes, I'm just saying it's just a reference to Celtics Pride, a movie. Like, I don't need you to be.
It's not even a funny movie. It's not even a good movie. It's just
need you to be Daniel Stern or don't do that. But the Jokic brothers, dude, I heard it.
Okay, let me tell you this.
You heard about the Jokic brothers all around, like all week, right?
They love South Florida, man.
They just love intimidating the crap out of all these South Floridians.
They show up in their leather jackets, bomber jackets, looking like they're from the 90s and just
ripped.
They're like huge guys. Like, don't mess with them. Heat fans, leave them alone. Like, you don't want that smoke. They will put you in a body bag and you will never be heard from again. Let's not get involved with those guys. Leave them alone. Let them cheer and do whatever the hell they do. I'll tell you this. I said it yesterday. If you get to that middle second quarter, early third quarter, and you're going, eesh, those are some ugly shots from the Heat, kind of know what the outcome's going to be next game. If you get to that middle, late second, early third, and you're going, eesh, it's not going to be pretty.
That's
Vlad.
my favorite saying.
Yeesh.
But okay, let me ask, is this also the first time Heat fans that you go into the fourth quarter and you're like, there's not a chance for you to make a comeback?
I had hope even though the Heat went out.
I've played the Nuggets in the fourth quarter almost every game this series.
22-22 last night.
It was the first. It was like,
and that's with Jokic sitting on the bench for a couple of minutes.
That was only to lose 1 point in those minutes.
That's when it was over. And then Kadavius Caldwell-Pope hit a 3 that just totally put it to bed. But yeah, if you put their best player on the bench for a key stretch and you only cut into the double-digit lead by 1 point, you're not winning the game.
Nah.
Not winning the game. It's frustrating. And it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but I mean, you have to understand how frustrating that is. Oh, I don't know.
Hard times.
It really is. Usually Heat fans cape up, but even the Heat fans today on the Twitch.
Nah, they're not even. Look at this. Like, we look at that. Nobody wants to watch. This is the first time we've, everybody, all the regulars, they're just down right now.
And I know,
and it's like really nothing you can tell them to bring them up. Like when Chapo's like, and I understand. I give Chapo always keeps it 100. A lot of the guys everybody actually keeps it 100 there, but they pull the pom poms and take away their fandom away.
You can't blame the refs.
Can't blame the refs.
Look,
this is just it.
I watched the game last night, listened to it, and I would hear, "Oh my God, I can't believe the ref didn't call that," or "Oh, I did this." Honestly, if we're keeping it 100,
keep it a buck.
A lot of the non-calls and calls favored the Heat.
I thought they had Scott Foster there to kind of sway things around.
That fifth foul on Jokic, they didn't need to call that.
There was a couple of Nuggets fouls. I'm like, yeah,
there was a couple times where Heat guys didn't even get touched, and they called shooting fouls.
I'm not gonna lie, that Bam embellished a lot. Bam was he was acting. He got his acting on.
Yeah, Loud 127 says, I had nothing to say about the refs. I mean, there's nothing you can, and that maybe is what I'm frustrated. There's nothing you can point to last night where you're like positive.
I mean, even the Texans right now, 305. I'm a Heat fan, but the Heat have overachieved.
Okay. And
Jimmy's not a player that will carry the team.
I always ask you these questions, Vlad, because I need help. I mean, I need help in a lot of areas. What was the most positive thing? They even asked Duncan Robinson in the post game, and I'm not even going to replay it because there's no point. They said, "What positives did you take away from this game?" And even Duncan did one of these. Well, there were a few times we gave max effort on both ends. What was the positive? What if you're a Heat fan?
No, that was You're right. You're right.
What was the biggest positive from last night? I'm trying to think.
You're right. There's nothing you could take away from last night's game that you could pull to say, all right, if we do this, if we adjust to this, it's. I mean, last night's loss and the fact that Denver didn't even play that well and they lost by double digits.
Denver hasn't played well this whole series.
It was the feeling like, all right, guys, this season's about to end soon.
This is what it was last night. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Jimmy Butler gives you 25, 7, and 7, but he gets outplayed by Aaron Gordon. Kevin Love gives you those 12 points, but it was in a spurt. Bam Adebayo, 20 and 11. Nikola Jokic had better numbers. Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, get out of here. Their bench players play better than you. Kyle Lowry gives you 13 midway through the second quarter and then finishes with 13. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Caleb Martin hadn't been himself. Duncan Robinson hits a couple shots here and there. That's it. Like,
I'm sorry, yeah. So Jimmy and Bam's average, they combined 45, and Jokic and Murray combined for 38. So, all right, even I was wrong because I said 51-38. But 40, your duo outscored their duo.
Okay, there's a positive. And you still lost by 13 points.
Okay. Your bench outscored them.
And you still lost by 13 points.
Your bench outscored them 36-25. So you outscored them at 11. And you still lost by 13.
Okay, new game plan. Jimmy, Bam, do what you got to do. You know what? I'm going to go down with this ship. Jimmy, Bam, whatever. Max Strus, if you want to shoot the ball, whatever. If you want to, you know what? If you get some crumbs, you get some crumbs. Let's go down with our guys. Is that the game plan? Or is it to muck it up? Is it to speed it up? I think next game, Jimmy, Bam, carte blanche. Go. Just go. Everybody else follow suit. I don't know what else to do. What else do you do?
I mean, he's a superstar.
Put UD
player,
in to guard Jokic or Omer Yurtseven. You want me to get really mad again? Put Omer Yurtseven on Jokic? You want to do that? Let's go. I mean, why not? Very frustrating game last night. And that was the thing. Midway through the third quarter, I was here working with Jimmy Menthols, and I said they need to call time. They need to call timeout just because the simple fact they're giving no effort, just zero effort. They're playing uninspired basketball. That's what hurts the most. All those other, 2 points from your starting backcourt hurts a lot, but uninspired basketball is unacceptable. Up next, we're going to lighten up a little bit. We're going to do a quick something or nothing. Then we're going to get back into the Heat and get ready for the Panthers right here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. 560 WQAM. It is a Saturday fun day here on Sports Day. Vlad and I not going to be here tomorrow. Taking a little time. I'm going to be running around in the woods doing who knows what. Vlad, you'll probably be doing something exciting, I'm sure. You know,
I'm going to go see Floyd fight.
Oh, Floyd Mayweather and
Floyd
John
against
Gotti.
John Gotti III.
Whew. Match made in heaven right there. Enjoy.
I want to see Floyd's going to take, he's going to take a fall.
No, I was gonna say, is Floyd gonna pull punches or is he gonna like give it to him a little bit?
I don't care. I mean, it's probably an easy 8-figure salary for Floyd, but
I think Floyd might pull a punch or two. He might. No, he'll pull a punch or two. Yeah,
that would be great. The mom's involved.
Yeah,
the mom is involved.
That would be something. That'd be right there. But yeah, Floyd Mayweather isn't gonna get touched. But then again, when does Floyd Mayweather ever get touched?
But
yeah, he's gonna pull some punches.
I'll be at FLA.
Text me and let me know how many.
I'll let you know.
How many pull punches you see from Floyd Mayweather throughout the night? Because I'm guessing the over/under is about like 5, where he could really get into it.
There'll be no knockouts.
Couple butterfly kisses out there. No knockouts, bro. Come on, man. Floyd's gonna be dancing. Pretty boy Floyd.
There'll be no hitting.
Will he always be Pretty Boy Floyd to you, or is he still Money Mayweather?
Nah, he's Money.
I go Pretty Boy. I'd like to be called Pretty Boy.
I don't want no man to call
I'm a pretty man, bro. Come on. I got my prettiness. See, I got my ruggedness from my pops. I got my prettiness from my mama. That's what I am. All right.
Okay.
We'll get into something or nothing real quick. I'm not talking about our looks. Sabrina Ionescu scores 37 for the Liberty last night as they defeated the Atlanta Dream 106-83. Something or nothing?
It's something for Vlad.
You love Sabrina Ionescu?
I love Sabrina Ionescu.
I will say, at first I was really...
She's got the Mamba mentality.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she walks and acts like a dude sometimes, which throws me off. But then I was seeing pictures of her last night, and when she's not flexing and like acting like a dude, she's actually kind of decent.
She's not acting like a dude. We're not saying that. She's very aggressive. That's what.
Yeah, she's very aggressive.
Yes, okay. And sometimes, is a turn off, but I don't think so.
You love her. My roommate loves her too, man. Blake loves her.
And her man loves her too.
Kelsey Plum, though, that's
man. Darren Walder did well, man.
That's a bad one. That is a bad one.
Bad.
Now, are you a little worried about the New York Liberty? They're like the new special.
I love them.
Super team. They haven't been that great this season.
What are you talking about? They're like what, 4-2?
Yeah, I mean, there's a dream team.
6 games it's only 6 games in the season.
Brianna Ferguson. Just saying.
Brianna Stewart. You talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's how big I am in the WNBA. Let's talk about this. The 49ers, they strike a deal to buy Leeds United, who are not in the Premier League anymore. They have been relegated.
They got relegated now?
Season. Yes. So now the 49ers are going to be owners of Leeds United, who are in second tier of the British League. Is that something or nothing?
Yeah, kind of an indication of the San Francisco 49ers. Not that they're going to be relegated, but
quarterback issues.
Yeah, they got they'll be relegated if their quarterback situation is not.
I wish we had relegation here in the United States. That would be so awesome to have relegation.
Nah, you wouldn't want that because there's a couple of
Inter Miami would be relegated unless Messi gets here real quick.
If baseball relegated, Marlins would have been relegated many times.
They come back up, man. Get Pensacola in the major leagues. That's our AA team. That's a good team though.
That's okay.
Pete Alonso, he's out 3 to 4 weeks after taking a fastball to the wrist the other day. Is that something or nothing?
Now, it's something because the Mets, who've been pretty disappointing this season.
And he's leading the league in home runs.
It's something because I want to know if this was a retaliation. I know it was Morton that threw the old pitcher for the Braves, Charlie Morton, I believe. But he had hit home run during the series, and he was talking a lot of trash to the Braves. So I didn't know if that was kind of like, a retaliatory pitch, but it's something. That's the Mets' best player right now. He's leading the league in home runs, and he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's my dude Giuseppe's guy too, Pete Alonso with the Mets. But Pete Alonso, I like Pete Alonso though. I'm not one of these guys that hates him, even though he talks a little bit of noise. It's okay. An Indiana man arrested for stalking Taylor Swift and trying to get close to her by impersonating one of her backup dancers. Is that something or nothing?
It's something. It's something sick. That's nasty, bro. Come on, man.
I know you're excited about this one. Slipknot releases a surprise EP, The End So Far. Is that something or nothing?
So far as the end. No, it's nothing to me. What the hell you mean?
I thought you loved Slipknot.
I love nothing.
I thought you loved the masks, the loud heavy metal music. Corey Taylor. And it doesn't ring a bell? Thought maybe you were a big Slipknot fan.
No.
Well, I forgot what their fans are called. There's something like maggots. Yeah, their fans are called maggots. You're not a maggot?
What's what's next?
California family finds $1 million in copper pennies while cleaning out another family member's home. Is that something or nothing?
How much is that?
Vlad,
$1
you're
million?
joking, right? You're joking.
$1 million in copper pennies? I guess it's
I'll
something.
take my millions however I can get them, dude.
I guess it's something.
How do you exchange that, though?
That's what I'm saying.
Go to the bank like, you're gonna hate me. They're like, no, what do you have?
You definitely got to go in
I
early.
got $1 million in pennies.
8 a.m.
So could we go in a private room and go ahead and hash this out real quick? How long do you think that would take? I'm sure they have a machine, but I'm sure it'd still take like
That's taking
5-6 hours.
That's taking the whole day.
Yeah, that's taking. But I want my money, man. Give my money. Give my money. If you offer me $1 million in pennies or $800,000 in dollar bills or whatever, hundreds, I'm taking that $1 million in pennies. That's a lot of pennies. But I still, man, you're giving up $200,000.
Wait, was this a collection of pennies?
It's copper pennies. They found it in huge boxes. But think about it, Vlad. So if I offer you $1 million in pennies or $800,000 in bills, are you taking the million or the 800,000?
Give me 800,000, bro.
You want the 800,000?
Yeah, my bills.
Wow. You're going to leave $200,000 on the table just for a little inconvenience.
That's a lot of inconvenience.
I'm starting to worry about your money, man.
I'm sorry, man.
Don't ask me for money, man.
Give me the bills.
You're
Give me the
proving
bills.
yourself wrong.
Give me the bills.
Last but not least, this is kind of a public service announcement for everyone. A professional burglar says that they always check jars in the kitchen. They check dresser drawers. They even check behind the drawers and in mattresses. But one thing they don't want to mess with, dogs of any size. Something or nothing.
I mean, it's something. They're professional robbers, burglars. So therefore, they're giving you the do's and don'ts. Don't mess with dogs. Check certain places. There's certain areas you would at least look. They would like, no, take a look at these under the mattresses,
Of course, in the drawers, in the
drawers.
jars.
Jars are a bit important. You got to check the jars.
Oh yeah,
because
it's
at least one jar that's got filled with something, but not mess with any type of dog, not even little dogs. They said
even little dogs. They said anything that draws attention, they don't want. It's more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, because if they bite you or anything
Oh,
like
they-
that,
they just
got
start barking like
DNA
crazy
or
and
something
stuff.
like
Yeah.
the barking will wake up the neighbors, sensors, and all of that.
Simple as that.
I'm talking about as if I'm a professional
But
bro.
I'm saying this. Yeah, I know. I'm saying this. If I'm getting a dog, though, Vlad, are you like me? I'm getting a dog. I'm not getting one of these little cha-cha. I'm getting a medium to full size dog. I'm that type of guy. I mean, I love all dogs. The smallest I'll go is a corgi. But other than that, I want like a normal sized dog. I don't want a miniature. I don't want a teacup. Are you a teacup guy?
No.
Okay. Are you a dog guy?
I'm a dog guy.
Well, what type of dog do you like?
Pits. Rotties.
Ooh, I didn't want to assume.
I love pits and
I love all dogs. But I guess my favorite. Oh, Australian Shepherds are so pretty, man. Oh,
I like King Corsos too.
I mean, I love all dogs. Pit bulls scare me just because if they bite me, they can actually harm me. While some other dogs, they can bite you. Yeah, it's a little.
I get it
flesh
with the
tear.
pits, but they're so great though.
But if you train them right, they're unbelievably great.
They're so
dogs.
damn loyal.
But they are aggressive. I'm gonna say aggressive. They're strong. Like,
come on.
They push up against you. You're like, whoa.
They don't realize their strength.
Yeah,
Pits
they're
and Rotties don't realize their strength. I'm like, you big goof, get away from me.
When they play, sometimes they play a little rougher than I like it. But
And then they give you that look. I'm like, and you feel bad. That's like,
dogs.
yeah. I love it.
So
All right,
just
let's go
get
to
a
break.
dog, and no one's going to rob your house, or at least there's a good chance they're not going to rob your house. That right there is something or nothing. Up next, going to stay fired up about the Heat, but also get fired up about the Panthers tonight here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. One of the biggest soccer days of the year. No, I'm not talking about Lionel Messi coming to Inter Miami, living over on Indian Creek. His dad going to La Tigra restaurant right across the way and not tipping anybody, who's also his manager. No. For all the soccer heads, today is UEFA Champions League Championship. Man City going for the treble, which means 3 trophies, Premier League, FA Cup, and the UEFA Champions League. They're taking on Inter Milan. Inter Milan, it's been a while since they've been in this championship game. So it's Italy versus England. We shall see who wins. Man City is a big-time favorite. Of course, we here in South Florida, keeping an eye on that, but we're really fired up. And I'm trying to be positive this last hour, Vlad. I want to get high this last hour. I've had enough with the Heat. I've had enough with Max Strus not scoring points. I've had enough with Gabe Vincent giving you 2 points. I've had enough with Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, and Jamal Murray and Bruce Brown. Congratulations, University of Miami representing you. I'm done with that. Panthers now. Kachuk them up. Bobrovsky. You don't need your feet. You don't need your feet anymore. You got your head to stand on. Oh, Anthony Duclair. God, I love Anthony Duclair so much. Love Anthony Duclair. One of my favorites. I don't think Etu Lustorainen is playing today. Nonetheless, it's okay. Nick Cousins. See what happens. Reason to believe these Panthers, they're right where they need to be now. Had a few hiccups those first 2 games. Game 1, it was a close one. Third quarter kind of got him. Game 2 got away from him. Hey, look. Chalk it up. You have a bad day at the office. It happens to the best of us. Had a bad day at the office against a really good team. They took advantage. In game 3, you got your mojo back. You got it back, man. You got up 1-0, 1-1, got down 2-1. No worries. 2:13 left. Matthew Clutch coming through. And then, of course, you get my guy, Carter Verhaeghe, throwing one down. Let's get off the ice and get ready tonight. Vlad, do you see it being a high-scoring game? Do you see it being a lot like game 3? Or do you see maybe another 1-0? I wouldn't mind like another 1-0 Bob shutting them down like he did to Carolina.
I like a nice little 4-1 victory by the Panthers.
Whoa.
That would be very nice.
Talk about a walk-away game.
I like
Dude,
that.
You walk away tonight?
I like a 4-1 victory. Put a lot of pressure on Vegas heading back to Vegas.
Dude, you walk away tonight? There's a lot of pressure on Vegas. Does it shift? Does the Panthers become the favorite, or is it now like we're even Stevens?
It's even Stevens. That's 2 out of 3. The only reason why is because you didn't really see. The first 2 games, the Golden Knights were so much better than the Panthers. So I need to see Florida play very well in Vegas for me to think it's even Stevens, because the fact that they have home ice, you got to go with Vegas. But a walkaway victory, a clear cut victory, yeah, you stick your chest out a little bit more. You're more confident. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have the Panthers figured out the whole thing Vegas was trying to do with the, getting in the way of Bobrovsky and kind of intercepting and having guys block his vision? Has Inter Miami, has the Florida Panthers kind of figured that out? Has Bobrovsky kind of figured that out? Because they only got 2 goals last game, but it seemed like they were trying to interfere a lot in those first 2 games. And it seemed to have Bobrovsky kind of off his game, but then last game, everything seemed to be right. Is that one of those things that maybe the Panthers have figured out, or is that one of those things that was just kind of an anomaly last game? We'll find out, I guess, tonight.
No, we'll find out tonight. I like what Paul Maurice did. I liked everything that he did. He did a great job of readjusting his game plan with whatever, realized what wasn't working in game 1 and game 2. They look good. Bob looked like Bob, the Bob that we've seen prior to game 1 and game 2.
So am I seeing this correctly? Heat Cult just on the Twitch page said Chicken McNuggets are free today at McDonald's. I'm not going, but if that's true, I just want to let everybody know, public service announcement right there. Go get your Chicken McNuggets before you go to the game tonight.
Why Chicken McNuggets free today?
I don't know. Heat Cult keeps his finger on the pulse of a lot of things, so I wouldn't be surprised. He likes a lot of free stuff, so maybe. So maybe if you're around a McDonald's, slide in, say, I'm going to get them free nuggets, and then get out of there. I'm just saying. I'll choose the Irishman's dinner today, probably right when I get off, go to Jensen's liquor store, get something to drink, feel good about myself.
Is Irishman dinner liquor?
Yeah, it's just booze, man. It just fills you up, and especially drinking those stouts and everything. Oh, man. I was at Yeasty Brews the other day. My dude Dan made some stout. It's a coquito stout. Man, it drank like a meal. It was so delicious, man. I love it so much. Real quick, Vlad, let's take a quick breather. Let's get the montage going. Let's look back at the week that was here in South Florida.
Game 2 of the 2023 NBA Finals, trailing 1-0. The Miami Heat, white hot.
Welcome inside T-Mobile Arena here in Vegas for tonight's matchup. It's the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Vegas leads the series 1-0.
It's DC United in the black from right to left. Inter Miami in the pink from left to right. Javi Morales is in the technical area now, taking his seat for his first game as the interim head coach.
Edward Cabrera, it'll be his 13th start of the year, again coming off the win Friday night. Marlins are 7-5 when he starts.
And sometimes less is more, or sometimes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball is just right.
First playoff game in this building in over a week and a half. Denver in that royal blue with the red trim, golden letters and numbers. Miami Heat, white hot.
Welcome inside FLA Live Arena here in Sunrise for tonight's matchup. It's Game 3 of the 2023 Stanley Cup Final. The Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas with a 2-0 lead.
Welcome to Game 4 of the 2023 NBA Finals. The Denver Nuggets, they lead your Miami Heat in this best-of-7 series, 2-1. Trying to change that on this night for you, Heat Nation. Murray to tie it. It's out. Heat win. Game 2 of the 2023 NBA Finals belongs to the Heat. Wow.
The horn sounds. That's it for this one. Vegas takes Game 2. They lead the series 2-0. 7-2 the final score here tonight.
The Nuggets will take Game 3 and take a 2-1 series lead. Final score, 109-94.
And there is your final whistle before the clock reaches 100 by 10 seconds. DC United will go back to the nation's capital with all 3 points in the back pocket, 2-1 over Inter Miami.
That'll do it. Nuggets win 108-95. The Heat will go to Denver to fight for a Game 6.
You know, like I told the guys, the first thing I said, we're not celebrating. It's a good win. We've done our job, but we're not celebrating like we've done anything yet. We know we're going to have to go home and turn off the TV, the radio. Don't read the papers. Don't listen to everybody telling you how great you are, because we haven't done a damn thing yet. We have to win another game to be world champions.
0-2 pitch. Rings him up. Strike 3. It's a Marlins win. 6 in a row for the Marlins. Taking care of business against the Royals here, and they have swept 3 of the last 4 series.
Bennett up the near side, looks across for Hagee, high slot shot. He scores! Connor Verhage, the overtime winner here in Game 3. The Panthers take it 3-2 the final.
Hanging around. Connor Verhage flops a nut straight. Pay that man his money.
Money time for the Panthers tonight, 8 o'clock against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Going to run through some headlines real quick like we usually do the last hour of the show. We don't just do the headlines. We kind of give you a little prediction of what is going to be happening. Panthers and Golden Knights tonight. I'm telling you, Vlad, I like the Panthers. I also like a low-scoring game, a little 2-1 action. What you got?
4-1 Panthers.
Ooh, walk away. The Heat, they were, as they say in Espanol, basura calor.
In Creole, fatra.
Oh, man. Nonetheless, hope springs eternal as you're down 3-1 to Denver, who's really good.
They got them where they want them.
Monday at 8:30. Call me a hopeless romantic. I think the Heat can win this one more game.
Nah, it's over. Let's end this NBA season. Let's get the free agency going. Let the month of June go by quick. Let's get into the middle of July and let's get into
Dame time.
Let's get into training camp.
The White Sox are up 1-0 on the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara already down in the fourth inning.
But you know what's fourth inning?
I still believe in the Marlins winning this game.
They're gonna win this game.
Okay, they're going right now. They got it going on. We'll see what happens. No need to predict Iga Swiatek, although I could have predicted it earlier. She was going to defeat Karolina Muchova for the French Women's Open. She has won 2 years in a row. Tomorrow, Novak Djokovic and Casper Ruud. That's going to be at 8:30 in the morning. Now, Casper Ruud, he's a specialist on the clay. With that being said, do you give him any chance to beat the Joker?
No.
Come on.
It's Joker season.
He can get a set.
It's Joker
Give that man a set.
No, he's not getting nothing.
He ain't getting nothing.
Straight sets.
Mean.
3-0.
U.S. women's national team. They hold the top spot in the FIFA World Rankings. They go into the World Cup July 20th, Australia, New Zealand. You got the women winning it all again this year.
Yes.
I mean, I'm so high on the U.S. women's national team. Julie Ertz is back. Still got, Megan Rapinoe, of course, Alex Morgan, Rose. Oh crap, I forgot Rose's last name. Rose. I always want to call her Rose McGowan, but that's an actress. Trinity Rodman on the team.
I'm happy that you know all these.
Rose
athletes.
Lavelle. Rose Lavelle.
I'm happy that you know these athletes and that name came to you and everything.
Yeah, Rose Lavelle.
I'm happy for you.
She's kind of pretty in a weird way. You know, you were talking about Sabrina Ionescu. She's kind of pretty in a weird way. Today, speaking of pretty, the Belmont Stakes going to be run in New York State. You know who I got? Tap it twice.
Tap it twice. Huh?
Tap it twice.
Tap it 3 times.
Going to be my theme for the weekend. Oh, wait, what am I talking
Hey
about?
now.
UEFA's League Championship.
It's on right now.
It's on, baby. Man City, Inter Milan.
0-0.
I'm telling you right now, Man City, baby. That treble.
It's right in front of you.
It's right there. I got Man City. I'm hoping Man City too. I don't know. I don't hate Inter Milan. I only got room for one Inter in my life, and that's Inter Miami.
Who's playing tonight as well?
They are. We totally skipped over that. Inter Miami. They're going to be playing the New England Revolution. Now, of note, 7:30 tonight. Last MLS win for Inter Miami was some May 13th against the very same New England Revolution, 2-1.
Miami owns New England.
We own this, man. We beat them. We beat them in everything.
Hockey, basketball, soccer.
That's in that MLS losing streak because, of course,
Football,
earlier
too.
this week against the Birmingham Legion, Inter Miami went into Birmingham. They had like 60,000 fans at Birmingham to watch that game. Inter Miami won 1-0. They've advanced to the Final Four of the U.S. Open Cup. Can't win a game, can't score a goal in MLS, but we're going to win the trophy. We're going to win our first trophy, the U.S. Open Cup. We played.
Them winning that's going to inspire Messi. He's going to be like, look at that. They're champions after all. And something.
They got FC Cincinnati in the semifinals of that. So let's hold on tight. With that being said, we're stepping in to the day spa.
Quick dip in the day spa.
A man who was attending his nephew's graduation in Australia was asked by a pregnant woman to give up his seat, but he declined, stating that he needed it more than she needed it and that she could sit on the ground. Now, Vlad, before you pass too much judgment.
Foul guy, bro.
No. See,
how many months pregnant was she?
You're too quick on this, Vlad. I got to give you some background.
Oh, well, you didn't say anything.
I was trying to warn you when you started laughing. So the man actually got to the venue before it was even open and sat outside for a couple of hours to ensure that he got the seat that he wanted. He went in there, got the seat, had not seen his nephew in years. And then when the pregnant woman asked him, he said, nah. He's like, I've put a lot of effort into traveling to this country, waiting outside, getting my seat. I'm not giving up my seat to you.
I mean, look. He's still a foul guy.
He's obviously never been pregnant before. He just doesn't understand.
I don't know if he can be pregnant.
Well, we found out an alligator gave birth to its own baby.
That's an animal. But to tell the lady to sit on the ground that's crazy.
If you're a pregnant
woman,
woman,
could have been a nicer way. It's like, you can sit on the ground.
If you're a pregnant woman, you got your way with me. That's just me though.
But I can't. How old is that guy? You know what? He did go through a lot of trouble.
That is a lot of trouble, man. I'm not giving him a pass, but
let me ask you this: why did she go to him? Like out of everybody,
because he had that good seat. He got there like 3 hours early.
So why couldn't she? Why? So because he had the best seat, she's gonna use her Now you know what? I'm with him. I'm with him now. I just thought about it. Like, why did she go to him? Did she ask everybody else? And why was him? Like, why was he the first one?
You could literally see the page turn over on you right there.
Yeah,
like, what the hell's wrong with this foul dude? Actually, you know what?
I was thinking about. I was like, well, wait a minute. She picked him. Why? Because don't try to use your pregnancy. Get out of here. I'm with him.
Whether you're pregnant or not, tonight the Panthers have to be your main focus. Have that baby later. We got a game 4 to win at FLA Live Arena. Vlad and I are going to break it down next here on 560 WQAM. Yeah. It's that time of day, Vlad. I ain't gonna lie. Was this Nas?
Absolutely.
Stillmatic? Or Illmatic?
Nah, this is, where is this from?
God's Child?
No,
God's
no,
Son?
God's Son. No, it's not from God's
I
Son.
like that God's Son album. I used to get down to that. Nonetheless, this is that time of the day I start thinking about heading to Jensen's liquor store. I've been known to go to the bathroom during this next break too and wolf down a beer and then come back here and cough it all up. So probably not going to do that during this break, but probably just saying that because I have Lynn's listening. I don't know.
It is from the Godson album.
Oh, see,
Good job.
I'm a Godson guy. Nice, love it. But yeah, Jensen's liquor store. Definitely going to be hitting that up today. Gotta get ready for the Panthers game. Can't be going to a game sober. Going to see Giuseppe and Nathan, my dudes. Watch a little bit of this Panthers game. Have a few beers. It's going to be a nice one. Vlad, you are not allowed to do any drinking because you are going to be covering the game. You are going to be in the house tonight.
I will be live and in living color.
Ooh, no cheering in the press box, okay?
That's what they say.
I did see when the other night when Verhaeghe got that goal, someone was shooting video from the press box.
Oh, we all did.
Half the people are doing this. Yeah! The other half are reaching for their phone trying to video record it.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I don't know who okay, no. I am going to say this. Who do I respect less? We just got a goal. Oh, no, they're just showing the people at the UEFA Champions League. I respect the guy or girl that reaches for their phone to try to video the crowd after the goal than the guy that breaks the rule by clapping in the press box. Like, wow, well, really? You're giving me some like real good content that no one else has. You're videoing the crowd after the goal. Wow. I don't need that. Did you do that, Vlad?
No, I didn't do that.
Please
But
tell
what,
me
you don't
didn't
want to
do that.
record the excitement? They show the
No.
joy in the arena?
I don't mind you if you're recording it for yourself. If you're recording it because you're trying to get hits, that's sad, man. I'm sorry.
For the likes?
Yeah, if you're trying to get the likes and be like, "Ooh, this will get I got to try to get 100 likes." It's like, "Man, look, just enjoy the game. Follow the game." If you're doing it because you want to remember it or you need to write about it or you need to talk about it later, that's okay. But if you're doing it just for the likes, nah, man, that's not right. And also, like, isn't it kind of anticlimactic? Shouldn't you be videoing before the goal, like trying to be ready? It's it's a goal, and then you see just guys reaching. Like, come on, man. No, I don't mind. I mean, look, your emotions get you sometimes in the press box. That's okay. I'll give you credit for that. That's not like when Kachuk hit that series winner against Carolina.
Yeah,
It's okay. You know what? Certain things are okay. You can do that. I'm just saying. But tonight it's going to be hype, man. This is it. Do we have a series or do we have
A gentleman's sweep possibility.
possibility? You could either really, really get high and be like, we're right where we need to be, or tonight you could be like, the Heat and the Panthers have disgusted me. I think Bob's going to stand on his head. When I say stand on his head, he's going to be good tonight. I think you get the good Bob tonight. And I'm saying that because he was good last game and seems to have kind of figured some things out. At the same time, Vegas Golden Knights, I've told you, they're talented. Not only
their goalie's good too, bro.
Yeah, Ali Eden. His last name's Eden. Man, he's good. He's good. And they were saying he was the liability going in. He's been unbelievable. I could see it being a low-scoring game, though. I could see both goalies really going in there and doing their thing tonight. They've kind of figured each other out. They're comfortable with the other team. They're comfortable with themselves. You got the FLA Live crowd. There's going to be rats raining down all over the place. Should be a fun night over there at FLA Live Arena. Do we get a goal for Matthew Tkachuk again? He has just been golden, man. Do you see him getting another goal for us tonight?
Absolutely.
Maybe not even a clutch goal, just
And
a goal.
Barkey gets a goal tonight.
Barco get in
Barkey gets a goal. Dookie gets a goal. Tkachuk, obviously.
Arepas for everybody.
And I'm just trying to figure out who gets the empty netter.
I would love to see Duclair get a goal. That's my dude right there. And I'm saying that not because we're really dudes. I just really like the way he plays. And I'm glad that he came back from that Achilles injury. Team's been extra special since he's been back from that Achilles. That's when they've been making their run. I don't know, man. Bobrovsky. I'll tell you, Alex Lyon, sit yourself down. Don't you dare think about getting in this game tonight.
I mean, if he's in the game, that means Bob's getting his
That's what I'm saying.
ass kicked.
Sit yourself down. get comfortable. We don't want to see you at all. No disrespect. Like Trick Daddy said, Vlad, no disrespect, dog, but you ain't had no business answering her phone. Don't be answering that call. Don't even be getting that call. Paul Maurice, don't make that call. Sergey Bobrovsky, don't have that call made. Just sit out there, block everything, be aggressive. Matthew Tkachuk, don't get another 10-minute penalty or punching people in the face or
Yeah, that's not called for.
And I do like the malleability of the Panthers to realize after 2 games, they're like, we made this more physical than it needed to be. We kind of came in with the mentality we had to really be physical and rough. And we realized it was kind of counterproductive. We were actually hurting our game and they adjusted. And that's what you want from your team. You want those good adjustments. Like Max Strus, after the first game of the series, when he went 0 for, you figure he'd adjust and not go 0 for again. But then he did go 0 for last game. You want to see your team advance and adjust. Yeah, that's what you want to see. That's what I want to see from the Panthers tonight. Some adjustments, minor adjustments, because last game they were good. It was a close game last game, though. Let's not act like, oh man, the Panthers, they took it from them. It was a great game. They were
down 2-1.
They were down 2-1 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Once you get into over, just get it over.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was thinking, oh man, this team might get swept. Yeah, but that was the thought process in our section of the media, because everything's spread now.
You're only human. Yeah.
So, so it was like, damn. I was like, this could be 3-0. I was like, it was a great ride. And then they scored. Tkachuk scored. And then the penalty right before overtime, that was scary. Then they killed that off. And then Carter Verhey with the game winner, and that was great.
I was so proud of the Panthers, but you know what I was even more proud of? My man, Manny, tweeted out a picture the other day of you sitting there in the locker room interviewing along with some other reporters, Sergey Bobrovsky.
I tell you, man,
you were loud and proud too. I was so proud. I was so proud.
Hey,
of
bro,
you. Manny,
listen,
thank you so much.
Listen, man, Biff and I have this. We have this thing really planned out. One thing I give the NHL credit for is how they have the post game conferences and how the post game interviews. You go in the locker room first, and then you talk to the guys. Goalie doesn't go there, which is shocking to me. I always would think the goalie would go to the podium, but they don't go to the podium. Probably, I don't know. So I know where Bob is. Bob is a special area. So Biff takes the early guys, and then I stand right in front of. I stand in front of Bob's locker like Bob stands in front of the post. Nobody's budging me out. And then when he comes and talks, I'm right there, right in his grill, all in his face.
So you're out there representing at FLA Live Arena for the Stanley Cup Finals. I chose not to get credentialed for the NBA Finals.
Oh, you chose not to?
Yeah, I didn't need
because they just told me no.
Well, once again, I preempted that by choosing not to even put my name in the hat. So take that, NBA. Take that, Miami Heat.
But I get why the NBA. I hadn't gone to a game in a year, so I'm not in their system.
I don't get that.
Panthers was kind of weird, though.
Same thing. Inter Miami, love you. Probably not going to go to any of the games with Messi because, I'm hardcore. I got my inaugural season kit. Represent. Nah, I'm hoping Inter Miami we get that win tonight. Just beat New England. All right. One more time, I'm going to take a shot at the Heat because they kind of deserve it for what they did last night. But also going to give you another ray of sunshine for the Panthers. That is next here on Sports Day. You are listening to 560 WQAM. Finishing up Sports Day on 560 WQAM. This is the part of the show where Vlad and I act like true family members and we argue about things that we think are going to happen or not going to happen. Telling you right now, Man City and Inter Milan, UEFA's Champions League champion game. I'm telling Vlad, it's 0-0, basically halftime. This thing is going to penalty kicks, and I don't know if my heart can take it, and Vlad does not believe it's going to penalty kicks.
Nah, Man City will win 2-0 in the second half.
I hope you're right, but I'm telling you right now, it's penalty kicks all the way. My poor heart, that's going to just be in my throat all day. Goodness. Okay. Marlins, they're down 1-0 to the White Sox in the 6th. I have a bad feeling we're going to lose this game.
They got 2 runners on right now.
Inter Miami, they play New England tonight. Inter Miami struggles to score in MLS. I do think they get a goal, but I do think they lose 2-1. Vlad?
Nah, they'll win. They'll find the messy news will help them. I'm all positive about the local teams, except for Miami, the Heat, beginning of the week.
See, this is where we're going to differ again. This is where Heat culture comes into effect. For everyone that preaches Heat culture, do you go out there, fight like men, get a win, show that your culture is strong, or do you just fold the tents and say, oh, man.
Hey, Denver, man, there's no reason for you to come to Miami unless you really want to celebrate Friday night and your title Friday
I think they
night.
can get one. I think we get one on the road in Denver.
Denver,
too much pressure on them. Too much. I don't know if it's the Heat or it's just the pressure on Denver. I don't know, one or the other.
I don't think there's any pressure on Denver. I like what Mike Malone said. At first, I was like, come on, man. Really? You're telling them not to watch TV, listen to the radio, or anything like that?
I believe that.
But then I was like, you know what? Yeah, man. Keep the main thing the main thing. Don't think about just one more game. And as everyone knows, the last game is always the hardest game to close.
You got all off season to go to Tootsie's. Not now.
I
do believe the Heat get
Denver.
I do. Oh, yeah, I know. I do believe they get one in Denver. And Jimmy, the best player on the court. Max Strus. Gabe Vincent, give you more than 2 points.
It's definitely going to give you more than 2 points.
Yeah, we made a bold prediction after game 1. Well, actually, it was not that good of a prediction. We said game 2, Max Strus ain't going over.
He didn't.
He didn't. I would have probably gone as far as say he's not going to go over again for this series, but I would have been wrong on that.
You would definitely been wrong.
What else we got? What else? We got the Panthers tonight. Hold up, man. We're putting the carriage before the horse.
No.
I got
that's
now. Let's agree. Let's agree on
the glass half empty.
Let's agree on something, man.
This is where the glass is half full.
This is where we're feeling good. Panther pride tonight.
Fever, baby.
They are taking over FLA Live Arena. Those rats are going to be flying all over the place. If you invested in a rubber rat, that investment is going out of your hand onto the ice tonight because I got the Panthers winning 2-1.
4-1.
That's what I'm talking about. Walk away from those Golden Knights. I was going to say a different word, but I caught myself, and I'm just going to say Golden Knights.
Barkey, Dookie, and Kachuk has a goal, and I'm just trying to figure out who gets the empty netter.
Who's going to be your 3 stars tonight? Barkey,
Bob,
Dookie, and Bob?
Bob, Barkey, and Kachuk.
I think Kachuk gets an early goal tonight. I think he says,
I think he sets it off.
Enough of this clutch stuff. Let's go ahead and let's
sets the tone.
He's ready. He's ready to hit the elbow room. I'm telling you, I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, next week.
I feel like me and Kachuk got a bond. No, next week. Tonight.
No. You win, you get your ass home, get ready, recoup, get ready, rest.
Never.
And because you got 3 days off.
But that's how you rest sometimes. You gotta go let loose a little bit. Elbow room. Free drinks?
No.
Ladies everywhere?
By the time he gets out, it's about to close.
They'll keep it open for Kachuk.
Actually, they might keep it open.
I'll keep my bar open for Kachuk.
They would definitely keep it open for these NHL players.
Yeah, brother, we got this. Oh, man, Strunk Veek hit me up right now. 0-0. It is UEFA's Champion League. We're going to a penalty kick eventually.
It's
even
the
though it's
first
halftime.
45.
I'm just such a pessimist. I mean, after last night,
he got you.
What do you want from me?
But you're optimistic about the Panthers.
I legitimately was not this mad last night after I wasted an 18-hour day watching that atrocity. But then I get to sit here today, and I'm just infuriated. Like, Vlad,
you were pissed.
Pulling the curtain down. During the breaks, I've been in there just yelling.
Oh, no, you were telling like, geez. Like, you were going to do a Dolphin segment, and I'm just like, oh, you still mad about
I even asked
Dolphins.
I'm even asking myself, like, why am I so mad? I don't understand. It's just, the thing is, we broke down the numbers. That's what made me mad.
When you break down the numbers, you're like, damn. Here's the other thing. Let's pull the curtains a little bit. When you've produced the games for this team, You've done it all.
It's ruined your life for the past 8 months.
Your personal life has been heavily involved because of the Heat. Now you're coming to the end, and you're looking at this effort, and you're like, all the way to the end. Now this is the effort you're giving me. Like, you could have done this 2 months ago. I would have been good. Now you're doing this at the end. It's like the championship or nothing right now.
I know. But we did come up with one good thing. HBO's Angel City, great documentary. Natalie Portman, a bad one. And maybe, Vlad, you and I, if we can find some cheap Angel City gear online, we might be buying some.
I'm not even going to get cheap. I'm going to get authentic. I know people there.
Oh, I want to support the NWSL. I do. You know, I'm all for the ladies. I'm all for soccer. I'm all for women empowerment. I'm all for that. I was raised by you and I both raised by strong women.
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't we want to support bad ones that do bad things?
So we support the NWSL.
We're supporting.
I support my cousin Dan on his retreat next week. His retreat,
I'm getting into some things this weekend in the woods.
We'll have some stories. You'll have some great stories for us.
And Vlad, you are going to a fight.
I'm gonna go see Floyd fight for the 5th time again.
Ah, man, you live a very, very
well, at least the first 3 times were legit. These last 2 have been. I saw the Logan.
John Gotti the third.
Was it the Logan Paul fight or Jake Paul?
That was okay. Hey, man, that was okay.
And now I'm about to go see him fight John Gotti third.
I do love me some boxing, though, man. MMA, not a big fan of. I don't like seeing people get their brains bashed in. But boxing, a little more strategy, a little more punching.
I'm going to be living at the FLA Live Arena this weekend.
Live it up, Vlad. Represent for Sports
and
Day.
I'm going there right now.
Post a picture of the crowd going crazy when they win like everybody else
Let's
does.
go, Cats. Come on, Panthers.
Get those likes, Vlad. Get those likes up. I'm going to like on some Jensen's Liquor Store. And I like you, Vlad. Let's do it again next week.
Have a good time, man. Don't get in any trouble.
Oh, yeah. No trouble at all, man. And if I need anything, let me know. And, of course, please text me and let me know how many punches Floyd Mayweather pulls against John Gotti III.
Absolutely.
Much love right there for my cousin, Vladimir Lewis on I Am Dan Day. This has been Sports Day on 560 WQAM.
Later slugs.